All right, hopefully that posted. And oh yeah, I have to switch my TV back because when the Elgato starts up, my monitor loses signal for like a minute.
Oh right, yeah.
So it just switches back to being my PC monitor, so I have to switch it back again. It's just like, oh, there's nothing there. Might as well switch over that. All right, well, got enough of making jokes about the cuts of pork. Also, that black outline, if that's constant throughout the whole game, I don't know why the Wii Virtual Console does that. Like,
I don't know why either. It does that with just Wii games on disc as well.
It's super weird. Let me see if I can reduce that a bit. Some of that streaming magic, and by that I mean holding the Alt button and cropping it more accurately.
Oh shoot, I didn't know you could do that. I just thought you could only like stretch it at the corners and then like everything increases on all ends.
Nope. You can just hold Alt and drag the boxes in, and that'll crop out sides, and then you can just like right click it and position size fit to screen.
Oh, and that's way better.
It's super nice. Yeah, I think I learned that from his stream I was in with Chip, and we were just like trying to figure shit out. I already swore during Mario, son of a gun.
Oh.
I'm already the pits. Dang it.
Son of a heck.
Frick. I was gonna get them all out of my system now. Yeah. And you can actually like type in exact sizes for things.
Oh, okay.
But that is ridiculous and also requires you to know what exact goofery they did with it.
Yeah. I don't understand what's up
the 12-hour thing is not that ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous, but not as much as say 84 hours. Which
who did that?
That was Man vs. Game, the guy who recently live discussed like, guys, by the way, I was abusing a lot of drugs. Like, a normal person can't do that, guys. It's just like,
was he doing that like often?
Yes. Well, not like 84 hours, but yeah, he did like 24, 36, like that kind of thing a lot. He's like, yeah, I just was using like tons of Adderall, guys. Like, normal people cannot maintain that. That is not a human thing.
And it's 12 hours is perfectly fine. Like, you shouldn't do it all the time, but it's manageable.
Like, I would say 16 hours is probably capped for reasonableness.
Yeah.
But
you could do like 24 hours as like a one-off thing. Maybe.
Let's go ahead though and start Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Hell yeah.
Seems a little bright. I might have to check and make sure the Elgato isn't like making this way brighter than it should be.
That is pretty bright, yeah.
Yeah, I'll adjust that real quick because this does in fact look brighter. Buffering, device audio, deinterlacing, not needed.
But I don't know, because the buttons at the bottom look perfectly fine.
Well, I think it's just the brightness looks a little high.
Yeah. But that would affect those too, right? So
it would. It should be right around here. Contrast might be a little high. A little desaturated maybe, and that's why it's looking like it's okay for brightness. Hue is fine.
I do, when I'm recording footage for LPs, I always have to turn up the color saturation to 130%.
Yeah, mine is like the Elgato's thing from OBS, because you actually can like launch the complete one. One nice thing though, this is just an aside, so when I had to capture the Wii stuff, it was heck trying to get it all to work properly, especially with the cables to get 60 FPS or 59.94 FPS progressive scan. It really sucked because it did not want to work. You needed special cables like component or whatever, a composite, whichever one's the one with more.
It's component.
Yeah, it was a big pain in the booty. But yeah, this looks closer to right to me. And everything's not washed out, but our colors are nice and vibrant. All right.
That's one good looking toad.
That is a nice looking toad. That's actually one reason I picked him, is because I know the red of a toad very well.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is definitely better than the first one. And I mean, there's a really good reason for that. It was the first one, they were developing this like crazy good engine, and also had to work out their methodology for like designing levels and stuff. Because the level design in this game is crazy.
It's like not just like level design in general, but also just like level structure is completely different. Because Mario Sunshine and Mario 64 both had like just over or under 10 levels, and these games have like 30 or something. This game has like 60. I don't know.
Yeah, and also they had to figure out, because like they had like, I mean, they must have had like crazy maps with like, I don't even know, like cubes and unfolding things and trying to explain like dot matrices and vectors and like, how do you draw out the level design on an orb? How do you put that together and get it accurate? Like, oh, I want this to be, you know, here, here, and here on the orb.
Yeah. There's in the first game there's a flying power-up that you can only use in one level in the hub. And it's like, well, why would you even put that in the game if it's so limited? And it turns out that originally you were supposed to be able to use that in other levels as well, but because of like the weird gravity stuff going on, they just couldn't get it to work properly.
Yup. But yeah, so like a lot of Super Mario Galaxy 2, I mean, it feels a lot like it, and you can tell for sure. There's definitely an element of, yo, we wanted to do all these crazy ideas, but we kind of were out of time. You know, like we had to do things. So Super Mario Galaxy 2 was like, man, we invested so much money into making this beautiful engine or design methodology, and we have all these crazy ideas. Let's go ahead and do everything. Is the game a little bit loud?
For me it's fine, but I don't know how well like that would come through on the stream. I can check real quick actually.
Is it? I'm wondering if it's the game audio from that, because I'm not doing the double headphone thing because that sucks.
Alright, it's definitely a little loud on the stream.
Like the capture card audio? Okay.
Yes.
I can lower that. We can probably do it just like this. Boop. How about now? Too loud, too quiet?
Alright.
It's gonna be a bit of delay too, because it's a double delay.
That sounds good. Maybe still a little bit on the loud side, but we'll see what chat has to say about that.
Bring it down just a little bit more. As it turns out, games, especially when you start going between the Wii and the Wii U part of the Wii U, vary in volume a lot.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean, like file size, or?
No, like it's louder. Like the volume
right, yeah.
Of stuff.
Even just games, like on the same console. For example, for Kirby's Epic Yarn, when I would edit commentary for that, I would only have to turn the game down like 4 decibels, and for Skyward Sword I have to turn it down 12.
Oh gosh, see now people are like doing like, oh no, now it's too loud, now it's too quiet. Let me just listen to my damn self. Let me handle this. Just scrubs.
Create the hell echo.
Yup.
4 decibels, and for Skyward Sword I have to turn it down 12.
Oh god. Alright. Oh gosh, see now people are like doing like, oh no, now it's too loud, now it's too quiet. Oh god, the delay is really long just because of. Let me just do double. Let me handle this.
Create that hell echo.
Yep.
Decibels and double what? Sort of have to turn it to 912.
Alright. God, and the thing is now I have to wait for the double echo to go away.
Great. Go.
Yep.
Decibels and double what? Sort of have to turn it to 912.
Alright, hopefully. Oh, frick. Alright, this sounds fine. That's good enough for me for now. If we need to adjust it later, we will.
I mean, the rest of the game is, I think, less loud than the introduction because it has like a really boisterous song in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to know, what were the 3 games you had set up in the poll?
It was some Legend of Zelda. So
Okay.
just a Legend of Zelda of some design. It's probably gonna be Wind Waker because that's like the only one that I started the original. Got frustrated by what has now been amended by the quick sale or whatever. Then never finished, so I was like, oh, I can do Wind Waker HD now that the Swift sale is a thing. Then Smash Bros for Wii U, which got like 2% of votes. That's fair. I would just be a salty ween after like 12 hours. I'd just be the saltiest boy. And then the last one was Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 2 was in second by like 1 vote over. Well, I mean over The Legend of Zelda. This game was way out front. This game had like 60% of the vote. Yeah.
Nice.
Yup. Which is fair, because this game's just super fun and nice, real pleasant.
It's real good. It's probably my favorite 3D Mario.
It absolutely is mine. Yeah, it really, really is.
It's a bit of a toss-up between this and 3D World for me.
Oh crap! 3D World's really good too. Yeah. You're right. Oh crap.
But Ty, is it a real 3D Mario?
Enough. it's enough of a real 3D Mario. It's also you can have 4 people, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Super excellent.
Look at that,
No.
doing the flying.
Oh, good luck. Get out of here, billboard. It's crap. Also, it's gonna take me a little while to get used to it not being 3D World because 3D World controls a little quicker. It's not that it's tighter or looser. It's just it's like faster movements in general.
It's pretty different.
It is the picture of the Mario.
Huh?
The treachery of the Nintendo DS.
Oh no, that's 3D Land.
I've never played that one.
It's
Alright.
it's pretty good for being like a handheld 3D Mario.
Yeah, it always seemed to me that it was just a less inspired 3D World.
So yeah, another thing you can do if for some reason you felt the need to is shoot star bits to stun enemies. I guess that's really more of the. There is a 2-player mechanic in this game, quote unquote, but it is very much 2 players with the second player being your little brother.
Yeah.
Who wants to play along? Like that's kind of what it is.
The second player should have just been Loba Man.
Yeah.
Or they haven't introduced him yet. I messed up.
It's okay. I'm not worried about spoilers. Everyone's hopefully watched Beatus' LP of this game.
That was a good LP.
This is a really good one. It's basically him taking advantage of the fact that he could just have whatever guest he wanted at any time. Oh wait, Battle Arena.
Hell Yeah.
I do like Rainbow Mario. I really like the effect.
Yeah, I like it too. I like that it keeps, like, the after effects keep the pose that you were in.
So one problem that Mario Galaxy 2 has, like the only one I can think of that's like kind of significant, is that since the only real mission objective is to get, stars, because it is Mario, there's no real way to incentivize like goofy side crap other than like comet medals and stars. And they kind of have to limit those, so like a lot of goofy stuff is just like, you get a one-up.
Have a bunch of shroom.
Yeah, you just get a million one-ups. You're a little robot alien. Are you accidentally using a laptop mic, or?
Possible. Sometimes the orb just needs to be replugged.
That could be it.
Replug that orb.
There we go.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think the reason they keep one-ups around at all is so that they have like one other collectible to give you for doing like a little side thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's a really insignificant one.
And I think that may be possibly a side effect of really good design. As messed up as that is, that they don't want to like overload you. They want to keep it as a Mario game.
Yeah, because you don't want to make people get like notes and Jinjos and jigsaws and remotes and lizard claws.
I was gonna say, good job throwing in that Gex in there. A little stealthy Gex.
A deep cover.
We're at the gecko. How's this?
That sounds good. I still.
Yeah, so often the orb just gets tired. Needs a nap.
I still loved it. I was just looking up the 3DO because I was discussing it with one of my coworkers. Just like how they price themselves so far out of the market is absurd.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it was $700.
If you will.
Like $700 is pretty bad, right? It's like, yeah. It's like, also remember this is $700 in 1993, and we're like, we kind of both thought, we're like, how much is that even adjusted for inflation? Like, I don't even know.
That's like $1,000.
It was like $1,142.
Goddamn.
Imagine releasing a console for $1,100.
Because even like right after that, when Sega announced the Sega Saturn for like $300, that was even just like completely out of line at the time.
Yeah.
I could buy a new sound system or a 3DO.
Yeah, but no, the 3DO is gonna handle everything, dude. It's fine.
New TV or 3DO?
Oh, here we go.
But where else are you going to play such games as Plumbers Don't Wear Ties and Virtuoso?
A tenth of a car loan or 3DO.
Hey, one's a tenth, the other's 3.
That's true. That's just math.
Do the math, just like with the Jaguar, another successful console.
Yeah, the Jaguar, aka there's a phone on your console, right? Enjoy your nice phone controller. Like
that was really common for a while, actually. Like in the pre-NES era, a lot of controllers had that.
Well, sometimes it was to like type in things, but I don't know why. Also, I'm gonna turn the loot up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know why. The Jaguar controller is terrible. I've actually played with one, like in person at PAX East, and it was just the worst.
Like the really old keypads on controllers were probably just because the hardware already existed, so you could just drop it in and already know how it worked.
That makes sense, actually.
And
the one good thing I can say about the Jaguar controller is that it has an all-right D-pad.
Oh man, there's some things that are really weird that people like. One of them
you can just
is
stop there.
No, the Sega Saturn D-pad.
Oh man, don't find me on this. I love it. I honestly do.
No, like I haven't used one, but like looking at it, it looks like the 360's D-pad. like in design, which is why I'm like my only representative experience of the Sega Saturn's D-pad, because I played it like once and don't remember it, but it just looks like a 360's D-pad, and I'm like, oh, that thing's the worst though. So I don't see like.
Well, you have to understand a couple things. For one, it had to be a stand-in for a joystick, sort of. So in that sense, being like the 360 D-pad is sort of a good thing. But even then, it's not exactly like that. And it wouldn't, like, it's not a great D-pad. Like, I'm not sure if it would be good for like fighting games or anything like that. But as
that's
just
what people always
decontrolled,
say too. That's what kills me about it. That's why I'm confused. Is people are like, oh, it's really good for fighting games. It's one of the 2 best ones. And it's like, what? I don't know what.
that may be true. I wouldn't know personally, but I do like it a lot.
Also, I love Nintendo not even like bothering with the illusion of choice here or the but thou must. It's just, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Am I right, Mario? Yeah.
You mean face ship shit?
I love this guy in his stretch pants that are slightly too small.
Lubbo's crew built a monument
to Mario's greatness.
We're gonna ship out, of which there's only one correct way to do every time. Well, that or if you ground pound it, it is also acceptable.
Yeah. Mario can't even reach that helm. What's? Oh no.
Alright, so now we have begun. This is another thing I really like about this game. Is it's just map. No freaking around. Just map. Just map.
And it still gives you room to like mess around in on the spaceship, but you don't have to get around.
Please don't argue about controllers, chat. Jesus.
Oh, what have we wrought?
Oh man, though, this game is super good, and I really can't wait for it to get rolling. The music in it is super good. I'm usually real down on orchestral soundtracks, and I feel like they've been super overdone as of late. It was kind of one of those things of like, we can, so we should. It's like, I don't know. Movies do it. I don't know, but this game does it really well.
I mean, it either works or it doesn't, you know. Sometimes you're just trying to set a certain mood instead of creating memorable tunes.
Yeah, and it seems to be like, it became so standard that I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I do get that, yeah.
Also, I'm terrible right now. Even just holding a Wiimote and a nunchuck is kind of messing me up a little bit. Been a very long time.
Man, that Goomba was just doing its best.
Yeah, he was kicking my butt. The only thing more overdone is faux Latin choirs. Yeah, I would agree with that, Matty.
But that's a thing that's been true for roughly 2,000 years.
Yeah. I would say since the inception of music in cinema.
Faux Latin choir has been aggravating since the actual country that used Latin as a language collapsed.
Comet Medal. Comet Medals, for those who are uninitiated into Super Mario Galaxy 2, first of all, I recommend you consider being initiated into it, because it's really good. And it's like $20 on the Wii Virtual Wii Shop console, which is nice. That they admitted that this is good, and also so people stop having to pay like $50 for a copy of it online. That's
I'm
how
glad
much
that
it
they
was still going for. It was ridiculous.
I'm glad that they're putting a lot of like cult classics on the Wii U Virtual Console.
Yeah, they put Trauma Team on there, I think.
They put Trauma Team on there, Pandora's Tower, The Last Story, Sin and Punishment 2, just a lot of good games that not a lot of people had a chance to buy.
That's pretty cool, actually. Like, especially the ones that had like really bad distribution, like Sin and Punishment 2, Star Successor. And or was that one even? That one might have just been like virtual console. No, it was the first one they sold on the eShop, but only in Japanese.
I think the first one may have originally only been released in Japan. And maybe in Europe, but I don't think in America. But anyway, Comet medals.
Yeah, they unlock challenge modes. That's it. So there are different challenges. I don't think, off the top of my head, I can't think of any that are quite as evil as some of them in one. Particularly one had one that was a boss fight that you had to do without getting hit. That was a nightmare.
The rock dude.
Yup.
Yeah, that was toughie. People always quote the Luigi's Purple Coins one as being like one of the toughest in the game, but that one never gave me a lot of trouble personally.
You had to plan out a lot, was the thing.
That is true.
Yeah, so like you had to know exactly where you were going at what time. And kind of look and think for a second. So I think that's what messed people up. Uh-oh.
Audience, if the violence is against Yakuza, it is fungicide.
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
But they look like a
herbicide. Are they supposed to be like chestnuts or something?
Yes.
Yeah, like called something else.
Well, it depends if it's a Flampjack Goomba X or a regular Goomba or a Stapoomba.
Grandmaster Goomba.
Yeah,
A Blackout Cannon Goomba.
Blackout Cannon. I can't believe we now know the names of some illegal Beyblades. Why?
Illegal names.
Illegal names for illegal
The forbidden
Beyblades.
tops.
Oh my god. Beyblades that are too heavy for tournament standard. Like, no one plays that competitively seriously, right? They realize, like, you can't be better at top. It's a top. it's top.
I don't know if there is competitive Beyblade, but I will believe it.
I would. Oh my gosh. The illegal
I
Beyblade.
still believe that you can be better at Game of Chance.
I mean, some games of chance you can be, because you can, like, you know, make the odds go in your
Chance
favor.
that contains decision making, maybe. A
Yeah.
little bit.
Not Beyblade, though.
It contains decisions and metagame, but spinny tops.
I mean, if there is competitive Beyblade, then I assume they would let you, like, make your own custom Beyblade within certain regulations.
Yeah, which is why no Blackout Cannon. No Devil Dances with his wife or whatever the ridiculous one was that Future Friend found. It was like two lovers who could never meet or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
No open moves, guys splitting palm.
Yeah. No Undefeated of the East.
The worst thing about that video for me is that they kept like picking the tops up with their hands while they were still like going crazy spinning, and it would just make me
Play the
think,
gods and
no,
topple heaven's thrones, but with a spinny top.
no.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, those videos. The other thing too is it was like, yo, I want to see how long they spin. Like, dang, why do you keep grabbing them before they're done?
Yeah.
Not touching the top. You're interrupting the only thing it does. Stop it.
Someone please make a Beyblade that looks like Top Maniac from Galaxy 1.
Help, I'm too good and went to where the star was before the star was there.
Damn.
The Basalt Diablo.
That Beyblade looks like a casserole.
It looks like somebody like packed a bunch of aluminum foil around the bottom to keep it fresh, but then ran out of aluminum foil. Looks like
Yeah, it looks like
I
a
have a
chunk of
question.
scrap that gets pulled out of an aluminum
looks like a
cutter.
Chipotle burrito that they took home, but then couldn't finish. So they opened it up again and then
Just,
left it in the
shift is over.
fridge.
Gotta clean the Beyblades out of the machine.
Yeah, I have a question about why does it look like you just smashed one Beyblade or melted it down and then
Pressed
heated it
another.
with another Beyblade? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Is that what he did? Is that why it's illegal? Is because it illegal fusion of spin tops?
This top is in fact 5 tops.
Well, yeah, of course it would be illegal. You're not allowed to put down 5 at once. Jesus. Read the
Illegal
rules.
Beyblade.
Illegal Beyblade on the field, 5 yards.
You fuse 2 together and they got a gold Beyblade. They're trying to figure out why.
Oh god, my
man.
Beyblade! I got another regular ass Beyblade. Please, open and close the PlayStation.
Alchemy
Load
is
it all back
bullshit.
up.
Pedigree is garbage, you fucking worthless genetic mishap.
The intrinsic value on a fucking top.
God, I hate that they put Beyblade breeding into Final Fantasy 15. God,
Worst minigame.
Chocobo breeding actually kind of was though.
Choka Beyblades.
Oh yeah, no, that was oh god. I can't think of, I mean, in a series with some pretty bad side quests, I can't think of a worse one.
Dodging lightning 200 times.
That I had no problem with for some reason.
Oh god, oh no, no, I couldn't.
What I did was I was watching something on my TV and I had back in the day I had my old hook up 5 AV inputs to your TV and just push a switch. So I was just like, okay, watching something, commercial, 10 lightning bolts, commercial, 10 lightning bolts. And eventually I got it. It was just like, all right, after an hour I got it.
That just seems like it would be even more agonizing if you did fail, though.
But I did that, and that was the thing. I actually didn't fail when I limited myself. When I wasn't staring at the screen red-eyed for half an hour straight.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
I
For
can
the more
verify.
elaborate side quests, it really seems like they have a B team who wants to try a bunch of weird experimental stuff, but can only get the budget for it if they're able to package it as part of a main product.
Yeah, the experimental gameplay team.
I
Did
can
they-
say
Like, there's
to a certain
somebody at
level.
Squeenix who's really good at designing casino games. They slip casino games into so many things.
I can say
I
with
want that guy to
confidence
just make a casino game.
that
A
I
weird,
do not like
fantastical casino
Triple
game.
Triad. I don't think it's great, but it is objectively, and this is, I had someone complain that I say objectively true or objectively blah 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 or just 100% certainly too often, which sometimes is, a joke. But this time it's not. Final Fantasy IX's card game is a fucking train wreck. It is the worst. Oh my god.
I
it's
mean,
so bad.
I don't think people actually like that one.
I don't know. If you say you like Tetramaster, I will. You can fluff my hog. That's what I think about that.
I don't know why Smite played an inordinate amount of it, but
I think he just wanted to prove how bad it was to the 3 people in his chat who were like, no, it's
he
really
wasn't.
good.
That wasn't necessary.
That's what he does though. That's his
He
thing.
wasn't. He didn't have to.
Okay.
I
Abstract
enjoyed.
fundamentals here. A game is a scenario in which you make a series of choices in pursuit of a goal. If none of your choices influence whether or not you will reach your goal, that can be objectively called a bad game. Or perhaps not even a game.
Well, that's the worst
So
thing is
that's how you
like,
do it.
there were some cards that had better stats, but then the problem was you could still lose to a card with 0 stats.
Yeah, the stats didn't matter because the dice could just decide you fail anyway.
I was pretty happy when I was still playing 14 that they put in Triple Triad, but there were some infuriating restrictions on it that made it a lot less fun than it should have been, which was a pain.
Oh yeah, and then of course the grand couldn't steal anything fiasco of 2015.
Yeah, I'll never forget 300 steals, no success.
Couldn't steal anything. Like, I love Final Fantasy IX, and I really want a remake where they fix some of the mechanic stuff. because I think it is.
How about all the mechanics? How about that?
It's made like I want faster battles. I want some stuff fixed because it is probably my favorite as far as the modern Final Fantasies, as far as like character design and story, except for the very end, and like the environment design. Everything is just really unique and fun, and felt like I thought a Final Fantasy should. But then, couldn't steal anything. Couldn't steal anything. Couldn't steal anything. Couldn't steal anything.
I learned that I like it a lot less than I remember.
But there's nothing that can be stolen that you can't get somewhere else, right?
No, there's some. And there's stuff. The biggest problem is some of the stuff is like, you can get it like 2 discs
Early. Yeah.
So like
That's
you can get
always
some stuff
that's typically the reason to steal a thing in a game.
and very much so with FF9. Like the one that I don't think he ever ended up getting was the fairy flute for.
Oh yeah, Festivore was the one who was doing the running counter that whole time. Good God.
Yeah.
Like, you can do that in most Final Fantasy games, too. I mean, it's not just 9 but the steal rate is especially bad in 9.
We looked up the formulas, and sometimes it was ridiculous. It was like less than 1 in 256.
Yeah, a really bad steal rate when they give you the thief immediately and put so much good stuff on the steel table for you to grab.
That was weird. That was really the weird thing. And there was like a thing that you could get to boost steal rate. But even that, you couldn't even steal until like the end of Disc 2 or something. And even then, it didn't help that much.
But even then, the thief in Final Fantasy IX has more like combat options than any other thief in other Final Fantasy games. So,
yeah, because he's also Cloud.
Yeah.
He's also the main character, so.
So it's like
there's a thing to wait for. See an RPG where they make a thieving mechanic that is anything but roll the dice and see if you get an item.
Well, what if it... Think of it like Reciteer was like, oh, what if you were an item shop?
I can't believe this, Frick. Frick, look at he is stuck. Look at how he is stuck. Look what I have done to this poor little guy. Oh, please!
Alright, that's always fun.
I'm sorry, goodbye. I'm out.
What if you made an entire game about stealing things, but the entire game was built around that?
I mean, it wasn't, though. In 9, like, I played that game without ever stealing anything. My biggest thing is the combat speed could be better. But yeah, either way, I really like it. I think it's a really good game. It just needs the mechanics fixed, but like the environment and characters are really good.
It needs a new engine.
This topic. Oh yeah, the card game being not good. That's what I'd like to see a remake of.
Where's my Final Fantasy VIII remake?
So this plant never happening because that game is bad. It's just not good.
I disagree.
You played through it and I watched, and I was still like, this is the worst.
But it's actually fun.
No.
Oh God! See what super disagree, but that's just me. I guess.
You can find Gigantoire and put him in your brain.
Yeah,
Take some unpleasant period in your life and replace it with Cactoire.
One good thing. The mechanics were just, oh God. Whoever thought of draw magic should just be punched right in the fucking mouth. Holy cow.
We really all spend our childhoods in the same place.
Like
all
me.
I remember is
Fast forward. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and look at how much you needed to fast forward through 9 because the battles take 6 hours to do anything.
Someone saying 6 is the best. Get the fuck out. No. Especially from a mechanics standpoint, 6 is...
two-thirds of a good game.
Yeah.
If you patch the mechanics to work the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're talking about mechanically bad, then like Final Fantasy VI is probably the single worst of all of them as far as mechanics being busted. Like, it
That's
was
a shame because other than that, the game is so well put together.
Yeah, it's very good otherwise.
I didn't know about any of that stuff until, well, not that long ago, actually.
There's the
so I always thought it was just pretty solid mechanically.
There's the God, who did it? There was a breaking Final Fantasy VI thread.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
amazing.
Granddad.
Yeah, that was a good one. But I mean, that one was always my favorite, so I'm biased.
Oh, that's true. Final Fantasy II is really busted.
As long as we can all agree that every Final
but
Fantasy
2 is an NES
is the
game.
best
It's
Final
on a
Fantasy,
whole-
and every Final Fantasy is
Is
the worst
Final Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they do
Actually,
something
too.
wildly different every time.
Well, except for
Everything.
Final Fantasy 14's original release.
Sure.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was like.
That was the actual objective worst Final Fantasy. Was 14's original release before they were like, uh-oh, and made it good.
Whoops.
And now it's pretty darn good. It's a pretty darn good game. I'm not into MMOs, and I think every problem it has stems from it being an MMO.
And
But,
MMO, yeah.
yeah, but like, it's really, if it was not an MMO, it would probably be regarded as one of the best Final Fantasies, which is a shame that it had to be an MMO.
I had fun with it for a while. I just didn't want to keep spending money on it.
Yeah.
But if I do have, I got up to the Heavensward expansion, and the story was actually getting pretty good at that point.
Yeah, I've heard it as a pretty solid story for being, you know.
The one thing I will say about it is that I think it has the same problem that Final Fantasy 13 has, where it has a really ununified art direction. Like, it has a lot of places and, like, characters and, like, monsters that look cool, but not all of them feel like they fit together in the same world. And maybe that's better if you play the game, but all I've ever done is, like, seen videos and screenshots.
Oh, okay. Well, partially that's because a lot of the screenshots and stuff people take will be the portions that are homages
out of
to other
context
games.
things.
Yeah, like, because they do put stuff in that's just like, yo, we really like this thing from Final Fantasy V, so here's a thing from Final Fantasy V. Like, there was an entire, like, event that happened recently that was just going through the library of Final Fantasy V, basically. There was, like, a bunch
I mean,
of parts
if you're talking about like this, like the silly stuff like Hildebrand, where it's just the whole joke line of Quest, where it's let's just be silly as possible and do a bunch of Gary's Mod style faces, then yes, that I would not count that as unified art direction. But I mean, other than that, I think it's pretty consistent, honestly. It's been a while since I played it, but the environments just look so nice. That was one of the reasons why I actually liked it. It was like, oh, here's this giant area. This looks really cool, and then it's raining one day, and it looks even cooler, and now it's thundering and lightning, and I spend 12 hours trying to take pictures of Marlboros.
Man, Captain Toad, I'm so glad you got your own game, because I really like it. I really like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Also, Hildebrand used their excuse to bring in Gilgamesh and make him a sort of joke character.
Which is good, because Gilgamesh is always a joke character.
Yeah, it was great.
Gilgamesh is great at all times, for all reasons.
And Hildebrand being a brilliant, but not really actually brilliant detective gentleman, calls him Greg because he can never remember his name.
I am glad that Gilgamesh, they rarely try and make him a serious character, even in,
Oh, yeah.
what is it, Dissidia, the fighting game that people, like, it has, like, all the Final Fantasy people in it. Yeah, like, I'm really glad that Gilgamesh's storyline is still just, like, occasionally he's like, what, where am I, what the? And appears to steal swords. It's just kind of like,
Here I go on another crazy interdimensional crime adventure.
yeah, that's Gilgamesh is great. So they stuck with he is just someone who like accidentally does space crimes because he got thrown into the void. So he's just like trying to find his way home, but then he decided that was lame. He's like, oh look, think about all the swords I could find, and he just kind of like pops out at random places. He's like, there any good swords in here? And just leaves. Like it's such a good character.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does. It's like he joins you to help find the weapon thief without realizing that they're talking about him. He's like, oh, right, that's me. Oh, they're talking about me. I just wanted strong weapons. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Here I go, warping through space-time again.
Gilgamesh Adventures, looking for swords. Also, my bird. Has anyone seen my bird?
Oh, yeah,
friend?
I forgot. He's like,
Please,
yeah, here's
help me find my bird.
here's my good friend Ikindu, but actually that's not him. I lost him a long time ago, so I just painted a chicken green.
So he's like Whiplash from Iron Man 2. Oh yeah, and in Final Fantasy 13 too, he just instead of having a bunch of swords, he just has a lot of guns.
Oh really?
He
Yeah.
likes many weapons.
I guess.
As long as he has a lot of, like, an unnecessary amount of them.
He has so
As
many.
long as he has 6 arms worth of weapons.
Is it 6 arms?
I thought he had 7. Does he have like 4 on one side or the other?
I thought it was 4, but I never really counted.
It is at least 6.
Oh wait, it's 8.
Is it 8? Okay.
It's 6. It's an even number, but he has some two-handed weapons in some of his sprites, so you ignore one of the arms because it's grouped with another.
Let's talk about Gilgamesh anatomy.
Gilgamesh, what's his deal?
Yeah. How do you get 7, 6? So many arms, most people don't even know.
What is his technique?
So many arms, people don't bother counting. How do you
Kinds
do
of
that?
arms.
We may never know what Gilgamesh's deals is.
How do his human-sized shoulders support 4 sets of arms? That's a heavy strain. How does he do that?
Who knows? He goes between 6 to 8 over the games. Nice. God,
He gets more.
I still love the fact that someone pointed out that in one of the games he randomly will do 1 damage every so often.
Yup.
Yeah, because he still has Excalibur.
Like, no, I swear this thing's good. I paid a lot for this thing. Wait, what? Oh, you little piece of crap! I was trying to feed you, you idiot! Open your mouth, stupid!
Alright, there's his Final Fantasy V sprite.
That's a good sprite.
In that one, it's 8 arms. But it's easy to misplace 2 of them, because 2 of them are cooperating to hold a big sword. One of them just gets a batch of throwing knives.
Hey, we are among people who know a lot about Final Fantasy. Is the DS remake of Final Fantasy IV the one that's like ridiculously hard, or is that something else?
I don't.
That one did add a bunch of difficulty.
Okay.
Did it? 4 was already actually kind of hard.
Hmm.
I haven't played the remake all the way through, but
Think before you shake. That's good life advice.
it was moderately difficult. Yeah, I guess.
Like for the DS and on forward version, the 3D version intensified like the gimmicks of the various boss fights. It made sure that you actually have to recognize what the trick is and use the tactics.
The PSP remake is more faithful, says chat, so I might check that one out. Then. Because I've never actually played 4, even though Cecil Harvey was like my favorite character to play in Dissidia.
I always
And
want to
also-
go back and play the Onion Knight one. But then I start and I'm like, this isn't very good.
Actually, this is aged poorly.
I've never had any interest in that game. This doesn't look like
Managed to
anything I would
complete
ever
the
care
DS
about.
version, and yes, has aged poorly. It is here.
And they
Yes,
didn't
you
fix,
descriptor.
they didn't unage it for the DS remake, I'm guessing.
Nope.
One thing I love about Final Fantasy is that it has all this, like, first, at the start it had all this fantasy stuff, and then later on they added all this, like, cyberpunk techie stuff. But still, every once in a while you just get like, a big all-encompassing evil that's just called Bernard or whatever. It just has a regular-ass name.
Yeah, just Dom.
Oh, well, eventually added the sci-fi stage. Did you forget about the space station that you visited in the first one?
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
A sky castle inhabited by mysterious construct. It's a space station full of robots.
But I mean, that's supposed to be weird in that game, and then in, like, starting with Final Fantasy VII, like, all the tech stuff was just there. Except for 9, of course, and sort of 12.
I love that 8 has the space portion that's so ridiculous.
We're going to space! Also, the moon is a bunch of monsters and it's bleeding on the earth! Oh god!
The moon
it's so
bleeds
great!
dragons.
This game is so dumb! This is the best dumb game!
I do like the part where the whole school turns into a giant Beyblade and just speeds off.
That was also cool!
It's a good cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh no, we're gonna die drifting in space forever! No, here's a spaceship! Have a spaceship!
Someone had a giant robot.
Oh no, it's full of monsters! Wait, did 8 have a giant robot?
No,
Fourth
4.
had a giant robot.
4 had a giant robot that was a
There's a
dungeon.
giant robot, the space whale, the alien civilization sleeping on the moon.
Yeah, it had all that. 4 also went pretty off the rails.
It's really a pretty far cry from like when you think about the original is basically just a Dungeons and Dragons session. It goes from just like, we're just playing some D&D to like, the moon is made of God. Just, what? That's how it is.
And in 13, you literally go into the internet at one point.
You could go on the internet in 8, but it's just so you could see Selfie's message board, and she has her like Facebook account.
Go inside.
The
It's a
internet.
dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's even the Final Fantasy 13 stage in the city is the internet. They call it Eden, but it's the internet.
Is it filled with memes?
No one
Someone
remembers
make
the
a
after years.
Make a texture pack that's just memes.
We have to fight the festive memes.
Yeah, the cactuars have mustaches instead of just regular cactuars. That's the difference. The internet is really not all that different when you think about it.
Oh, this one was. Oh, this is no that's on the timer.
I like how I can hear the things from your controller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I should. Maybe not, but too bad.
It's not. I mean, it's not annoying. It's just
It's only a It was always fun in Super Smash Bros. Roll character select when some characters had like really loud and obnoxious selection sounds like it saying "Go forward on" through the Wii speaker thing.
Oh god, the Wii speaker is just universally bad, and I love it for that. Red Steel, the original, still being my favorite. The multiplayer mode for Red Steel has the best ones. Like, what?
Alright, I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah, it was like, character 2's my next target. Okay, got it. Also, here comes, like, one of the hardest parts of these fucking games. I'm so bad at these.
Oh no, this one's pretty easy actually. It's nowhere near as bad as the trash destroying ones from the first Galaxy.
That's true. Also, I keep forgetting that even though in other places the fireballs do not go through boxes, this one they do. Definitely one of those
That's
things.
trash destroying, but
Oh yeah, that's right. So it's too bad.
It's like Mario always says, you know, flame on.
Oh yeah, or listening to your phone and No More Heroes. That was another one.
that one I could actually hear though.
That one, yeah, they like made it quiet enough that it was listenable, as opposed to the other ones that are like, what's clipping? Bullshit.
It was enough that I actually wanted to hear the phone calls and No More Heroes. Plus, because they were always right before a boss fight.
Didn't it also put the like the robot like boss announcement things through the speaker?
Yeah, I was trying to do one,
In-
but I can't get my hand right to do the voice for it.
In No More Heroes.
Just trying to do Wiener Boy Gang, but I can't get it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't know about the Wiener Boy Gang?
The what? Is that a gang in Lisa? That sounds like...
The Wiener Boy gang? No, that was one of the gangs in G4's Arena. We were watching that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, the original Esports, the one where they have to have America's Army as a game, like every episode. And they have like really shitty Oculus
Who else
Rifts.
has the money to give them? Who else is gonna fund that other than...
Where they have
armed
announcers
forces?
who get really mad at WarioWare.
Yeah,
Why do
that
they
was
get
the
mad
other-
at WarioWare?
No, that's just because they were like hardcore, like it was like an ultra masculinity show. Was the whole thing? It was like injecting testosterone directly into your
PC
balls.
Master Race gamers looking at fun, wacky, chaotic multiplayer game for friends.
And it just wasn't man
It's
enough
weird
for
and
them.
foreign, and we hate it.
Yeah,
Nice.
and there was like one of them. One of the announcers was really bad because he was just like, "I'm Beef Chunk Chip. I'm gonna fuck up this game. What is this Japan horse shit?" And then Kevin Pereira is Kevin Pereira, so that was pretty bad. And between the two of them, it's super intolerable. And yeah, they always have America's Army as one of the games, which is like the most blatant propaganda on the planet. The best part of it being, you're always playing the Americans, the heroes. You never are. You're always the army, and your opponents are
also
always the
really good.
terrorists. Yeah, so like both players see themselves as the army, which not only is hilarious, it also
When that makes spectating super difficult.
it makes spectating super difficult. It makes
Yeah.
it really confusing to watch.
Wouldn't that make it harder to, wouldn't you want to put
Whoever
yourself
wins,
into the mind
America
of the
wins.
enemy? You know? Maybe
No,
maybe
they're just
not
trying to
always.
prove to you that like being army man is cool. Shoot guns, kid. Pow. That was it. It's gone. And they had
you
a
can
real
kill people.
military man come on to talk to them about strategy beforehand, and they'd all like sit there very
And
observantly,
he
like,
looks so embarrassed to be there, so ashamed.
Sergeant, I can't believe you just messed up that
He
mission.
got stuck
you
on
get nerd
gamer
duty.
detail.
Yeah, you're on nerd detail. No.
America always wins. That's why we never had a game about Vietnam.
Enjoy dork duty. No, not dork duty. Anything but. Oh.
You have to wear the nerd hat.
No, not the Mario hat.
I was gonna say, what kind of hat would it be? Yeah, probably. What if they had
I
to play
gotta
a cute
wonder
game?
if efforts like that are one of those things where there's like a decent chunk of the military that actually doesn't approve of them and just finds them really annoying. Like all the military-industrial complex stories about how you'll have plenty of generals being like, actually, we don't need a new tank. Why do you keep buying all these tanks that we don't need? Stop sending me more tanks! I don't need them! But
No,
you
we
know,
need
on
to-
the
we
other
need to
side, you have
spend-
the idiots being like, yes, we need $3 trillion to buy new armored vehicles.
I remember I did this literal exact thing the first time I played this game. I can't believe I just lost one of my 30 lives that I already have within like the first 40 minutes of playing.
Wait, how do you have so many lives already?
They
Also,
literally just
Because
pissed them
they're
out, dude. They literally. I said it right at the beginning, but it's a common complaint about the game. Like one of few is just since Nintendo does not want to overload you with collectibles, they they have to give you something. And so they just kind of are like, well, you have the stars and the star bits and the coins, and we don't want to make, like, those already are a thing and they work a specific way. And like, same with the Comet medals, they're like semi-challenged. I know, right? But, so they're like, so what can we reward the player with? And like, they're just kind of shrugging and they're like, I don't know, 1-ups. So you get so many 1-ups for just doing whatever. So they kind of
I definitely prefer that over like collectibles. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Making this in the fucking Donkey Kong.
It's one of those
Kill
things that's
myself.
like, yeah, you know, Jordan's example is like, so you don't need Jinjos and Jiggies, and also Wumpa coins, and
Don't
Blumpo
remind me.
dollars. Blumpo dollars.
And Tinkles.
Yeah, you don't need your tinkles, you don't need your...
All your tin ingots.
Yeah, you don't need... You don't need 25 remotes and 35 Gex coins.
Is this... Can you get over 99 lives in this game, or did they not do that until 3D World?
I believe the cap is 99 on this one. There's a couple places that you can just really easily grind infinite out, if that's a thing you want to do, I guess. That's a
If for some
108
reason,
steps of the golden path in every stage.
You get, I don't know if it's the same in this game, but in Galaxy 1 you get a very minor reward for getting max lives, and that is that all the melons turn into coconuts. Or the other way around, actually. Congrats.
Yeah.
And wait, that's for getting 9,999 coins, not lives, never mind.
Why have a live system? I mean, it's just, they kind of didn't have anything else to reward you with, and they didn't want to throw anything else in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then there's the bank, which will be very useful for me, who is playing all of this in one session. Not all of it, but you know, mostly.
As a really quick aside,
yeah.
As a really quick aside, we've been streaming for an hour, and in the background I've been grinding materials in Nier, and I haven't gotten a single of one of the materials yet, and I've been doing this shit for an hour.
Nice. Oh, I gotta beat a level of Fluffy Bluff. Son of a gun.
Fluffed again. Oh, is that the one with the bird? Oh, it's not the one with the bird.
Come on down to the Juffle one.
Oh, it's this one. It's the one where they introduced the cloud puppy.
There we go. Sorry. Had to take care of a quick thing.
What was going on?
Don't worry
Would you
about
rather
it.
just drop it? Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather just not talk about it. But yeah.
Go derails in Mario.
So there are there are some, I think this level is one of them, and I may have already fricked it, but there are certain levels in this game where you run into Aluma pretty early on in the level who's like, hey, do you have 22 coins yet? If you already have 22 coins, I can turn into a planet, and that's how you get one of like the side hidden stars for the level.
yeah, that always weirded me out.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like,
$8 and I can make a whole new world.
Starbits
Please
is like,
give me lead poisoning.
yeah,
Feed me until I explode.
like Starbits was already weird, but it's like, okay, maybe this is just kind of how they do. You know, maybe that's their culture. Maybe that's,
Don't make it weird.
yeah, maybe that's just
Even
how
though
their
it
body
is.
works. That's fine. You know, that could be their purpose in life. That could be how they do. I'm not one to judge. Whoop, I fricked it. But then coins, it's like, do you have that one condition that just makes you eat everything? Like, is that like everything is food because you have that thing? Is that, or you wanna,
Oh no! You missed one.
I did. I fricked it. I'm
I think, if I remember
there.
correctly, this level is pretty lenient on how many coins you have.
I think so.
I'm kind of sad. I thought that was one of the music note things. I like those.
Yeah, they have a lot of those in this game too, which is nice.
I just like that they're all like different songs.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to watch a really good challenge run, I believe this is one of the levels where, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the person who did them, but for the Mario Galaxy 2 LP that Beatus did, there was someone who like did challenge runs of certain levels when he was just like, I bet I could finish this level without using a single cloud. And it was like, what? He was like, yeah, I think I could do it.
Yeah,
What?
Argon Matrix.
Argon Matrix, yeah. And that was, I think this was one of them that was like, I'll just do this without using a cloud. It's like, what? And like some of them was like, I'll do this level that's defined around using Yoshi. Without using Yoshi. Why not? You're not my dad. It's just really, really ridiculous to watch them pull this stuff off.
I got one of the materials.
Yes!
But chat, don't talk about it. This is the end. This is it. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. So you can read it.
The people in the call have a thing called topic community, which means no, I'm making that
We
up.
won't get yelled at until after this.
Yeah, But until then, it's 12 hours of material grinding.
Yes, let us talk about Nier's materials. Do you have the dad stone? Do you have the dadteria?
Is there any
That's
games
just like rolling
is there any games that I have to grind in? Shit. How can I shit up this stream with by talking?
I mean, don't talk about it, but you could grind while you're doing it. Just go grind out your dad points or whatever.
I don't think I have anything.
So this is a somewhat challenging Comet medal that I just messed up. I'm pretty sure. If I remember right, you have to like, or I think it might give it to you afterwards. But yeah, so these are like the Galactic Shadow Clone Marios or whatever. It's a pretty neat mechanic in my book. Yeah. This one's really simple.
Galactic Clone
3.
Jutsu, you mean?
Yeah, there's only 3 of them, but they just copy whatever your moves were. They just follow, so you can't like backtrack or stop.
It's a very straightforward way to keep pressure on you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving or die.
Later on, they get ones that trail so many that it's essentially always like it's bordering just like infinite of them. They just keep happening.
You're probably not going to get there on the stream, or maybe you are, but the one in like the Chomp Works Galaxy with like the chomps and the lava is nuts. Because you have to go back and forth as well.
Mm-hmm. So you have to like loop over them.
Yeah. These games
Oh,
get
that's
hard.
right! I need 500 magazines! But no, I will take care of that.
What?
Lisa, he's got to recruit a character.
Oh, right, okay.
Magazines are currency.
God, who costs 500?
You ever notice that these...
I don't remember that.
You ever
Yeah,
notice
he's not very good either.
You ever notice that those birds have the same butts as the spiders from the previous level?
Really?
They have a common ancestor.
An ancestor, yeah.
No swearing.
This could be
I
convergent
think we
butts.
gave up on that a while back. I think that just kind of devolved from like no swearing in Mario to like, not today.
I never assumed you were serious about that.
No, I wasn't. I mean, it was like I said, it was just a joke to yell at people. Because
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
It was funny. It was just a real easy way to roast on people repeatedly. And
No tax fraud in Mario!
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole other story.
What? What? What story is this? When was there tax fraud in Mario? I feel like I missed a much better story than the one I was thinking of.
It's not exactly related, but did you hear about the dude who got his sister kidnapped so that he would like stop working with Nintendo?
What?
There was a guy who like had in his past had I guess ties to the Yakuza or whatever, or like to the Yakuza and their gambling business or something.
Oh,
and in order to
yeah.
stop him from working with Nintendo, someone hired the Yakuza to kidnap his sister.
Jesus Christ. So how did that pan out?
I think eventually she got freed. I hope.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure they actually didn't mention that in the article.
What year was this? Was this recent?
No, like NES years.
Oh. And that's why we never had Star Tropics 3.
Don't buy Yakuza games, you're feeding into this shit. After all, they make them.
Yakuza games made by actual Yakuza.
Yeah, they're like the America's army for the Yakuza.
Why are the Yakuza games so much more popular? Don't people want to
You
know
ever
what the
consider
real
an
army
exciting
is like?
an organized crime?
Well, Yakuza 5 is coming out soon, and apparently one of the side quests is you have to actually stop the development of Star Tropics 3.
Please buy Yakuza games.
Have they gotten to you? Are you under duress? Does
It's
anyone
nice
have a
of you
gun
to
to
say
your
this
head?
without any threats to the bodies of you or your loved ones, Giop. Nice to see you here. Of your own free will, isn't that right, Giop? Speak clearly into the microphone.
I love how he's always like, "Wow, there's some weird stuff in space, right?" Like you're from here. You're a star.
You're a fat star in too small of shorts.
You can't be surprised at anything.
Get bigger shorts, stupid.
putting
That's
on a
like
singer guy voice for that.
That's like saying you're from Africa, right? Like, that's racist, man. That's
I mean,
star racist.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume space is in fact bigger than Africa. Just an
actually
opinion
not.
of mine.
By a very tiny margin.
Strange
Very tiny.
fact, it's actually not.
Huh, weird.
Space, huh?
It's because of topographical projection. It makes it seem a lot larger than it actually
The
is.
Yakuza 5 was released on PSN, right? Like, that was Tuesday,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I think this past week.
Is that playable on PS4, or is it only playable on the PS3?
PS3.
Why? God!
Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate it took so long for them to put it out, and it's, there's no real easy way for them to port it to PS4.
And now because of that, it might not sell super great, and then they're gonna blame it
Well,
on...
I think a lot of it was they were going on a shoestring budget, and they were also drumming up some, support and stuff for
Yakuza
Zero.
support?
No, I mean for
Zero.
what is it? For Zero, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been announced, which they should have. What was really irritating was the one that was. They had a second one during feudal Japan that they made, and that could have been a very good launch title for the PS4 because there was like nothing else to play, and I was sort of like, oh well, but this is definitely going to come here. Then no.
Oh, it's the one that looked really good to me. Neo or whatever.
I can't remember what the name is.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Kenzan. Kenzan was good though. I'm
No,
heard
I
it's
mean,
not as good.
The game that was like, they actually showed some of, and it looks like Samurai Dark Souls on a
Oh, Neo.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool.
That looks
Yeah,
super
absolutely.
sick. I really want to play that. There's like a whole list of games that I have written down that I'm just like, if any of these are good, I'll buy a damn PS4 already. Like, it's like, because right now it's just Bloodborne, and that's really the only one I can think of that I would consider buying a console for. So I'm just like, please, one of these be very good, so I can finally make me want to buy a PS4.
I need
Someone
to
needs to buy
justify.
a PS4 so I can vicariously tell you how to play Final Fantasy VII through it.
I need to vicariously justify my PS4 purchase.
How fucked up would it have been if, when we were talking about this 2 weeks ago, I would have said, Guilty Gear Xrd is on, it's probably never coming to PC, and then you could have bought a PS4, and then it came out on PC.
I bought it. I put down more money than I should for a video game in this day and age because I wanted Guilty Gear.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Guilty Gear's so good.
I have to decide still who I'm going to learn, which is my biggest problem, is I kind of like all the characters.
There's some characters missing though. There's no Johnny. There's no.
Johnny's gonna be in the next one.
I guess this will have to learn random.
Oh, so
No.
they're gonna release more
Become a
characters.
tournament level random player.
They're gonna release more characters, but they're gonna pull the old Arc Sys where you have to buy a whole new game if you want them.
Wait,
What?
really?
Yeah.
Well, for PC they might do something, because I know Capcom did for Street Fighter, where instead of like buying a brand new copy of the game, owners of the existing one.
Well, you could do that. You could do that for Street Fighter on console as well, but not for Guilty Gear.
Yeah, like I don't know if they're going to do it.
Don't count on it.
This is kind of ArcSys's first real proper push into the PC market, because they tried to do BlazBlue on PC before, but they released the one that was 2 years old, and it didn't have online netplay, so it didn't sell too well.
Yeah, same with X2. X2 Reload or whatever didn't have
Oh, well, yeah, that was
netplay.
a 10-year-old game at that point, so...
Yeah. That's what I mean, is like, that's how good they've been treating.
So
the system.
this like, the Guilty Gear release and all the games that they've announced recently, that's kind of, I think, their first real push into getting people to say, hey, we're serious about going into PC stuff
So by
now.
the way, for the folks at home, if you have not played this game, during boss fights, those little things on the ground are basically panic nubs that you can just shoot a star bit into and they'll poop out a coin.
People in chat are saying that I am quiet.
Yeah, the game audio, I think, is still kind of loud in
Well,
general, because it was kind of driving us out.
If only Jordan is quiet, Jordan can be intensified.
I have
Said that
turned this...
someone said I was quiet, but people always complain about my audio.
No, you're
Jordan
the same volume as everyone else. Everyone complains about dumb stuff. Well, I usually do it myself. Looks like let me turn down the game more. I listened to it kind of early on, and it was about right, so... One moment, please!
Like, the quiet parts were fine, it's just when lots of stuff happens, it drowns everybody out a little
And
bit.
unfortunately, I can't really do much about that.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm playing Shadow Complex and I just Goomba stomped a guy while running at super speed. That I think I turned him into paste.
If you're going to be calibrating your audio, let me get you the old test pattern out here.
God, that dude's yodeling is super good. Oh man, I could still fit in all 10 hours of that yodeling too.
Great.
With 45 minutes to spare.
Yeah,
45
if
minutes
you
of not
if you
yodeling.
want to lose your damn mind.
In all
Did I-
fairness,
did I
Pass
mention-
through the eye of the yodeling.
Today, as part of me waking up and convincing myself to finally get out of my house and go do the stuff I needed to do so I could stream and start before like 5, I turned on Battle on the Big Bridge, 3 different versions on 3 different sets of speakers at different locations in my house, all slightly out of sync with each other on loop. So, like, whenever I was in a room, there was always one version, like, wrong going on. And I was like, fine, I'll go, me. Why am I such an asshole? It was really good, it worked.
Around on the big bridge.
Oh, God.
Did you at least play some good versions?
I played the original one. It was the only really good one that I played. I don't like the Final Fantasy 14 version. I think it's equalized really badly, and they put wrong emphasis on like harmonies and stuff, and I don't like the way it sounds at all. That's my hot take on the Final Fantasy 14 version. There's like there was a remake version for the Game Boy Advance version,
Okay.
which is pretty okay. The instrumentation works fine for it. It's not objectionable. I think it actually. I don't know which one I like the most between those two. I can't even remember which one's which most of the time.
Wigglers!
Wigglers.
Wiggle.
Oh, this place has really good music. Speaking of good music in games,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
this
is
level
this
has a great
is this
scene.
Puzzle Land?
Puzzle
I like
Place.
this.
Nope.
Alabama.mp3.
This isn't the Alabama.mp3. I don't. Well, no, it's got.
No, it is. It's the one with the fiddle.
The fiddle, yeah.
It's this one.
More importantly, it's got these. No wiggler.
Wiggle, no wiggling.
Damn that wiggler. Ah! He fricked me up.
You got
Also,
wiggle.
I like that.
Well, you gotta remember to deworm before you initiate music.
Is 4 doubloons enough? No.
No,
70,
no. For this
fat
one, you
piece
need
of
like
crap.
almost every coin.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one. Well, it's because it's so early on, so it's not like some big, like awful event. If you mess it up, it's like, eh. Yeah, I think the most you can get off on this one is like 3 or 4 maybe, just because you can hunt enemies for a couple extra.
Yeah.
This is where you have to get most of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's shockingly tough because they come in groups of 3s.
When you get back outside, take a look in the distance and look at how silly the placement of the black holes is.
Black
Yeah,
holes
there's
do-
that speaker that sounded good.
Black holes in space are apparently just all over the place in completely random positions.
Yeah.
Just
Hang
wherever.
on, you know, not that big of a deal
Sometimes-
unless you get really close.
Sometimes they exist very close to other objects, which is strange because I was under the impression.
It's a balance thing.
Well, all of this is happening at extremely accelerated
frick!
rates. Black holes these size will evaporate within a few hours.
I blame
Violently.
those friggin' wigglers. Those frigglers.
Shouldn't have killed them.
No,
been
I
fine.
should have killed him first. That was the problem.
You shouldn't have bothered then. Don't you know that
No!
every time you kill a caterpillar, bad things happen?
Do the
You kill a
wigglers?
caterpillar to prevent the existence of a butterfly who could have stopped the hurricane.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Oh, goodbye, Mario.
No, black hole.
Oh,
Do the wigglers even attack you on sight in this game, or do they just hang out?
They just get in the way, if I remember right.
You're just chilling.
God, Ty.
I know.
Well, they were in the
exactly.
way of me getting the notes.
Come on, workplace safety time.
This entire world is definitely not OSHA approved. This is not
No.
okay.
This world is
What's the point of all
terrifying.
these guards and cutoffs if you're just gonna throw yourself face first into the saw?
safety measures are only good if you use them.
Yeah, shot class galaxy.
Saw really lost its edge once they started making the movies kid-friendly.
This is way better than Saw.
Hey, Mario, wanna play a game? Just feed me 70 star bits.
Uh-oh, Mario, I turned into a mushroom because I ate too much. Now you're eating me. Oh my god! When you think about it, it's really fricked up. there's a lot wrong with this scenario. Also, I don't know if I can solve this puzzle. It's really hard.
Instead of the doll Billy, it's like the weird mask from Mario 2 that like follows you to take the key.
Oh yeah, the Phanto.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I think Phanto, it would be like a pretty good Halloween costume if you just like ran around and left a key at random. And if anyone like, touched it, just like start chasing them. Maybe you have like
Just
one of
get
your
a big
friends go out,
novelty
like,
key, leave it in a park, and if anybody touches it, you go for them.
yeah. Just start chasing
But
them
like
immediately.
like a large comically sized key.
Alright, Ty, fucking go do some homewrecker shit with these guys.
It would probably be hard to run in a giant orb costume.
Buddy,
Well, if you design it right, you set it up so you can just roll the orb.
Oh no, Geop left before it was time to solve the sliding puzzle. I could have used his help. I'm so glad, by the way, that we're at the same level of sliding puzzle. We both agree that they're literally garbage.
That sliding puzzle was garbage.
No, that sliding puzzle
only-
was good. That was the only good sliding puzzle in video games. Sliding puzzles are trash. I hate them.
They're not hard though.
They're terrible. I'm just not good at
they're
them.
at least as hard as the Junior Jumble.
Yeah, much harder than Junior Jumble. Are you kidding me? Junior Jumble's for baby bones. This is ridiculous. I'm over here solving 20 by 20 Picrosses like it's my job, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure
That's
out.
not your job?
It's not my job. My job's playing surgery. Yeah, that's my job, by the way, and I can't do sliding
but that's
puzzles.
for us.
Another
Yeah,
hard
so-
day at the P-Cross factory.
Like, the doctors do the diagnosis and they send you a grid and a series of numbers, and then you have to figure out what implement satisfies the requirements.
I thought you had to do Sudoku to plan surgeries.
God, I'm not good at Sudoku either, but that's mostly because every time I go to start one, I'm like, God, this is so boring. It's just really uninteresting for some reason. Whereas Picross, now that's my shit. I cannot explain why one of them is awesome and one of them is butt, but... I just
But with
have no
Picross,
interest.
it's like, with Sudoku at the end, you're just a bunch of numbers. With Picross, it's like, oh, you get a nice picture at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and the logic, the way it works out, I just enjoy it a lot more.
The journey has been worth it.
Oh no, if I butt stomp these guys, they don't give me a doubloon, but if I... No, okay, they don't give me doubloons either way. I gotta get every doubloon.
Get him.
Make sure to preemptively wipe out the wigglers.
I did.
They have ruined your day last time.
I will not have my day ruined again by a wiggler.
Been wiggled for the last time.
Oh no, I accidentally ran a little too far inside and picked up one of the notes, so there's gonna be a break in the song.
Oh no! Just restart. No.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's also why I like these things, because it's like, oh no, I didn't hear that. Nope, song stopped. You fucked up.
That's just the buffer point. It's loading the next bit of the song.
Where am I missing coins then if those don't give me coins? What coin didn't I get last time?
How much do you have right now? Just the 4?
10. So I got more.
I think you had like 4 last time you got to the island.
Yeah, you have a lot more now.
How
You had
though?
4 last time, yeah.
But how?
Maybe you didn't pick up the coins from the Wiggler? I don't know.
The Wigglers didn't drop coins. What could I remember?
Look,
Game.
woodworking is a very delicate process. Sometimes you get more coins out of your component wood.
Component wood. Sorry, that's really funny. Component wood. How dare you? I have children. How dare you talk about your component wood? I
This is
don't
a
have
family
children.
stream.
Yeah, this is a family stream. Stop talking about your component wood. You gross boy.
Walter Jackson Mario!
No PP in Mario. Thanks.
What about the P-Wing?
Let's just go ahead and blur out any instances of joinery in this level.
Please.
Because there are kids watching. Right.
Oh man, now I just want to look up pictures of Mario smoking weed because there's like a million. For
We
some
practice
reason,
abstinence-only carpentry.
for whatever
in this
reason,
house.
people who are into video games and weed love to draw video game characters smoking blunts, and it's like so good. I don't know why there's like a million. It's just like everybody. There are like 500 takes on a bong that's a Squirtle holding a Bulbasaur that's being lit by a Charmander, and it's the best.
Pokemon will always be my favorite, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god, he made the flood a bong and is smoking the flood.
That's great.
Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god.
Flood
it's
is not happy with this arrangement at all.
No, the flood looks really upset by it. I have to kiss this dirty plumber, and he's also filling me with weed.
Weedy piranha. Oh my god. That's my aesthetic.
Waluigi holding some, quite honestly, not very good-looking nugs.
Yeah, that's pretty weak.
Some depressing nugs.
I think it's color balance. That's a color
Yeah.
balance thing.
It's just weird because it looks like they should have balanced the orange more, but it looks like they did because the shoes look really orange. And I don't know.
It
not
was
very good
probably
hair
taken under
development.
like a desk lamp light, which is just yellow as hell.
Let me tell you about my opinions on how weed should look. So if you want a website that's really good for looking at weed, for some reason that exists, Nug Shots is the website. The best part is the photography they use and like the equipment is amazing. Like that's
Well,
the reason
yeah.
I'm way into it is because they have like 4K resolution multi-angle photography, so you can like look it up and like rotate it in real time and see the weed in every dimension. How it's meant to be seen. Really.
The true weed.
Oh god. It's like really
may
pretty
have-
photography. It's ridiculous. He's just a child. How dare you make the beautiful baby Beepus smoke the weed? Oh god.
I may have done some photography involving those substances.
Who made this poor Yoshi touch
No!
button?
No, I found on a Google search.
I can't hit the stupid bug.
Yeah, this one always.
Hey, I have to post this.
It's the tilting he does that makes it so annoying. Oh my god.
I don't know why that kills me so much.
Keeps rotating at really inconvenient times. Oh, there I go rotating again. God. Like that fucking MS Paint, that's a good weed. It's killing me.
I know. It's good.
Hey, you did it.
I did do it.
Oh my god.
So long, Leganja!
No.
I think Kirby would just eat the bong.
Like the laziest bong, too.
There's nothing in it, but shh, don't tell Kirby, he's having fun.
He's just trying, he's just having fun. Like if you tell him to say something, he'll just repeat it a bunch of times. King Weedy D, I can't believe this. Yeah, I can't wait for all the complaints of people like, why don't you ever show chat? Because this is a rare example of it being amazing. Oh, God.
Apparently this strain is called Super Mario.
Nice! Oh
okay.
God, here's another galaxy that has a pretty difficult challenge at one point.
No, I'm going on Nug Shots now, thank you.
No problem. It's a really good website.
Well, no, now I'm going to be sad because these people have much better equipment than I do.
Well, in all fairness, it's really good photography. They found their
Are you
market.
getting Nug Envy over there?
One sec, I gotta lick
We all
some
gotta start
wood.
somewhere.
Nice.
Wait a minute, where are they based out of?
My house. What? That's a spicy Yoshi. But yeah. I can't remember what challenge it is, but there's one that's like a speedrun challenge for this level. And it can be pretty tough.
Is that right?
I think it is. It might be a self-imposed speedrun challenge.
They have an office in Philadelphia?
Is we
Yeah,
legal
Nug
in
Shots
Philadelphia?
No!
That's just, you know, where they set up. That's just the managerial office.
They're in California, but
I mean, there's probably like some legal thing where they can do it because it's just informational or whatever.
No, probably not. In America, getting any kind of research information for marijuana is a nightmare. That's one reason clinical studies have been so hard for a really long time, because they made it a class
that's a
1
good
schedule
point.
substance, which means, according to the FDA, it has no medical value whatsoever. According to when they made it. Yeah, they made it illegal because the hemp was like starting to ruin some other markets from old rich white people, so they decided that the best way to do it was just be like, black people and jazz musicians use it. Now, here
Thanks,
we are.
Cotton.
Yeah, exactly. Surprisingly.
First you bring slavery, then you ban the weed. Good job, Cotton. You're
Yeah.
a great substance. Fuck you.
But, yeah, so it means that marijuana is in fact more illegal and harder to do research on than cocaine.
Incredible.
which has
Cocaine.
great medical benefits.
I mean, it's a reasonably good topical anesthetic for certain situations with people with, like, allergies to every other topical anesthetic. Like, it's okay at that. It can make you numb for a bit. But, yeah.
The detail here is very good, but they don't have any, like, really good close-ups, which I'm kind of disappointed
Have you
in.
found the 3D? The 3D.
Yes, I did. I am looking at the spinning 3D, but it's still the same magnification. I want to get in there. I want to see the crystals. I want to see show me the crystals.
There are some HD nugs.
No,
You gotta look them up.
No, but they're not getting close enough.
Oh.
They have the technology. I can tell.
You should like give an email and be like, "Hi, I'm the voice of Dog. I have a photography
Can
degree
you
in
get
this.
some
I
high
would
speed of the Noggin motion?
allow me to help you
I want to
improve
see the
your
chemical makeup.
oh that beautiful weed footage."
Hang on, let me get my cat.
Whoa, I don't remember these dudes at all. Like the tiny blue
Dear
frog.
Nog Shots, I have recently come into possession of an electron microscope.
If I had that, I would do microscopy because I always wanted to do that, and I never got to take the class for it. It was available. There was while I was doing my degree, there was also a biomedical photography degree, which took a lot of similar classes.
700? Are you crazy? All right, let's go to Wild Glide Galaxy and get part 1 of this out of the way.
That's a lot of nugs.
But what's your plan for splitting this up for YouTube? Because I don't think you can upload 12 hours to YouTube.
It's all of it. It's like 6-hour splits.
One video.
I don't
Bleep
care.
bleep out all mentions of weed.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Illegal
Like,
on YouTube.
Thinking about them weights.
so
Thinking
Hitbox,
about
the
them
policy from what I understand was, as long as you're not like telling people like you should do it, you know, when it's illegal, they really don't mind. Like one
Kids,
person
don't
asked,
do things that are illegal. Now let me glorify this thing.
no, like
Don't
yeah.
do crimes, kids.
Well, it was because one person was like, yeah, no, I medically do smoke it and stuff. Like, is it okay if I smoke on camera, or should I like not do that? And they're like, it's fine as long as you're not like telling people to do it. You know, who
Do
don't
not
have
do the
medical
crimes.
reasons.
Lobby to
Yeah.
decriminalize the things you want to do.
Meanwhile, on Twitch, you like can't even show up if you're not wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But if you want to stream and it's really hot, you have to do with the shirt on.
I still love that
Garbage.
there was only one male streamer I know of who was hit by it, and he was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Life coach.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's the Hearthstone guy, right?
Yeah, he's this wonderful German streamer who just happened to be like he just never wore shirts. And that was even an excuse he used to not go to tournaments because he just really didn't like tournament play for a long time. It was just like, hey, if they demand you wear a shirt for a tournament, will you? He's like, we'll see.
Probably no, but I don't know.
No, the thing is, he was really cool too because he was just, he was the one who made a ton of money playing, like, poker and whatnot. Yeah, like, he had just a disgusting amount of money because, like, someone at one point was like, so how much did you make playing poker? And his answer was, enough to lead the kind of lifestyle I do, which is, like, disgusting. In case you're wondering, like, he's always flying to new places and just doing whatever and raising a family, house, whatever, and just playing video games whenever he wants. And he's like, yeah, I know, that's how much I made. Enough to do this.
Living the dream.
Yeah. But since he did that, he would never accept donations or anything and just turned as much as he could into like any money he did get for tournaments or whatever, he just immediately donated all of it to charity.
That is kind of the modern American dream. Succeed at one thing and then never have to work for the rest of your life.
A life coach is the best. Also, whenever anyone yells at me for being too strict with my chat, I just want them to go to a life coach stream and try and be a little shit for more than 10 minutes. They'll be banned, like, immediately. He bans people for not, like, correctly labeling their information, because he loves working with people in chat and being like, I don't think that play was optimal, so if you give me a timestamp and say what you think a better play might have been, we'll go back and review afterwards. But, like,
Neat.
someone will not put a timestamp in and just be like, oh, you should have done this. He's like, I don't know what you mean, you're useless, banned. That's just really good.
This
Not
is
like-
not an informative bug report. Good day.
He doesn't need the viewers, he's doing it for fun. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly. He doesn't care. It's awesome.
It's his stream.
Dear Mario.
Oh, yeah, he's super good. And he's just a funny dude, too. And there was one incident he had that's just really funny where he accidentally left his stream on with Cam, and him and his wife did the frick. It wasn't like pointed at the bed or anything, because like I said, he wasn't like filming it on purpose. He just accidentally left it on. But you did see a naked ass walk by. Nice.
So, did anybody leave him a timestamp afterwards with some suggestions, or was it?
Oh my god. Yeah, it was just really funny. And he was like really embarrassed and apologized, and everyone was just like, nice. That's all the responses were, just like, very nice.
You're alive.
Yes.
Oh god. It was super good. But yeah, no, he's just like a really good streamer. Does a lot of really good stuff. Takes the game seriously, explains his stuff better than Trump in my opinion, just because he's not trying to, like, he is entertaining, but at the same time that's not his like primary. Like, he'd rather get better at the game and discuss with people and stuff.
And Trump sometimes makes like gimmick plays or whatever.
One of the best.
What you're saying.
Well, and Trump also does a lot of arena life coaching, never does, which is kind of a shame because I'd like to see him do it, but he's more of a constructed guy. But probably the funniest is whenever anyone makes like a video about him, like that he's involved in with like a misplay or anything in a tournament, they always like show like numbers flying through the air and stuff, and just like all sorts of math noises whenever he's doing something. Because it's like sort of a running joke that he's just like this incredible machine of calculation because he thinks so hard. And he's notorious for roping on like every single turn. And one time one of the cards gave him Alex Straza randomly. And he just like kind of panicked a little. He was just like, oh, because Alex Straza is the one that makes everyone's turn only 15 seconds long.
God.
So he's like notorious.
Did you say
for
Alex
taking,
Straza?
Or not Alex Straza, I'm sorry. Nosdormu. Yeah, it's Nosdormu. But yeah, just watching him just panic. And he had like 3 turns planned out in advance already. Because he's like fucking Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some shit. But he did like freak out a little bit, and he's just like, and eventually he had to make a suboptimal play and just like suicided into something because he could not keep up with it. Oh, it was excellent though.
So this card that changes the amount of time that a turn lasts, is that like a tavern brawl thing, or is that in the main game as well?
What, Nosdormu?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's just a card. The problem is it's not a very good card because it's an 8/8. But
Yeah, that's interesting though.
it's a really good mechanic, and I wish they would fix it so that they could put it in more things. I would love a clock mode in that game. Just that would be so good.
That's neat, because that's one of those things that you just couldn't do with like a regular trading card game. You can only do that with a digital one.
Yeah, unfortunately neither can Hearthstone because the programming's terrible.
Oh.
It's so busted. It's so freaking
Yeah, wasn't that
busted.
the whole thing where you can force the opponent to have their turn not, like they don't get a chance to actually do anything on their turn, something like that with him?
Yeah, how that works, it's somewhat complicated to pull off, but it's not that complicated in like how it functions. What it is you can queue up all of your attacks and then end your turn, and so those animations still need to play out. But for the animations to play out, they're playing out on your opponent's turn clock, which is now only 15 seconds.
Oh my god.
So you can shorten their clock to 15 seconds and then make your animations take so long that by the time it officially pops up as their turn and lets them put in commands, their turn is like a quarter of a second long. So they're just screwed. Because guess what? It's busted.
Chat, this is the version of the game for the Wii U that's on the Wii U eShop, and there's no difference between this and the Wii one, assuming that you're playing it on the Wii U, because it is upscaled to 1080p.
Yeah, it's upscaled. Well, it's upscaled weird though, because there's still the border thing on it, but
yeah,
there's that, and then the other thing that's nice is if you're used to playing on the Wii with just composite cables, since it's HDMI, it just is gonna do 59.94 progressive. So your frames per second are going to be doubled if you're used to playing on the other one, which is nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if this
Oh
game
man,
actually does run at a full 60
with the
though.
chubby armadillo?
It is. This is Fat Armadillo.
I love this guy so much.
Yeah, he's a really cute design. He looks like a Pokemon, like a really good Pokemon.
I don't even want to fight him.
The designs in this game are all just completely lovely and charming.
There are some bosses that are a little because there's that one level, I don't remember which one it was, but it's the level itself is shaped like a shed, and it has like the up and down like gravity gimmick, and that has like a boss that's like a big fat flower or something like that, and that's like the one that's a little questionable design-wise.
There's some that are questionable to fight in particular, and I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to.
Well, I meant visually, but that
Yeah.
also for sure.
None though will ever be as bad as Rocktergeist or whatever it was, or the Bouldergeist.
Bouldergeist.
Bouldergeist, that's what it was.
Yeah.
God, Bouldergeist in Galaxy 1, the Daredevil challenge for Bouldergeist was,
Love that RNG.
Oh yeah, and the loading times are a little bit better. They weren't
Oh, I
really
didn't know
bad.
about that. Oh, it
in
makes
the
sense
version.
because it's on the HDD.
And also, Admiral said it, so it's true. Admiral said it, and it's about technology, so I'm just gonna believe him. That's my hot
I'm
take.
not gonna argue with that.
He's probably right. No, he is right.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, good job finding a rock and
Great job.
fucking master explorer.
Congratulations.
Look,
I
it's the
love
rock
that-
that turns you into Sonic, so it's good. Alright? Gosh.
I love that everybody I know at some point or another, because I think you can get the cloud somewhere on the face planet. You can get one. I can't remember where.
Is it on the Yoshi planet? They have to get to with the flowers?
I don't remember, but I swear there's a way to get one. And then once you do, everybody always spends like a full hour trying to get a perfect full orbit. Like,
Yeah.
it is the dream, and it is so hard to do. I don't even know if you actually can. But you can go really far on the face ship. You can almost do like a full lap if you get it just right. And our Luigi.
What the hell is someone throwing shade at my man Lubba in the chat? I'm not okay
Lubba.
with that.
Lubba owns. Lubba's the best.
Love him.
Even
Put
if
him in
he's
Smash.
Even if he's a dingbat, he's great. The only time Lubba gets obnoxious is when he's like, so you died like 20 times on that last level. You wanna take a break, champ? That's the only, it's like, fuck you, Lubba! You're not my dad!
Did someone just leave or did someone just come in?
That was leave.
Yes.
Oh, you have sound
But
turned
who
on
was
still.
voice a dog? I hear the beep and the boop of people coming in and out.
I've disabled all of those.
That was just me because Ty sent me a thing for the not Ty. Smite sent me a thing for the Nuclear Throne tournament,
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. The sign-ups.
and when I
are-
did, it just threw me out of the server.
Speaking of which, everybody, there are sign-ups for Smite's Nuclear Throne tournament now for a full release.
I just spilled something. Fuck.
Did you spill a wet something or a dry something?
Yes.
A wet something? Please don't say a wet something in my home. Please stop.
Perhaps an
spelling wet
energy
somethings.
drink kind of thing that is going to make my desk smell like lemon.
Nice.
Yeah, just lick your desk for some energy later on.
It already.
Later.
It already.
I'm sad. I only got 4. I really should have gotten more. I'm kind of a dummy. It's not. I'm gonna be out. I had a couple burgers and 4 energy drinks, and I might get winded in the back half. I might be struggling.
But you already drank 4 energy drinks?
I'm down to the last half of one. That wasn't like me or anything. I was hungry.
Oh, you have 4.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Jesus.
Well, no, I'm on like I've drank like 3.5, but.
Oh, Jesus.
But that's not.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
It's a lot of energy.
I mean,
That is a lot, actually.
not when you're an addict or have a B12 deficiency. That helps.
Alright.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
You just do you, my man.
Ugh. Monster is nature's sleep. Everyone knows that.
I never liked the taste of Monster.
I remember this dingbat doesn't want that many. Yeah, it's 15.
Okay. Wet crisis averted.
Wet crisis.
Is that the new team Crytek, new game Crytek's working on?
Yeah.
It's Crisis, but next gen, so that means it's wet and at night.
Oh my gosh. And it's got a lot of pavement for no reason, just in random
Well,
places.
no, their next one is that's like the prehistoric Crisis, right, or whatever, like Crisis Primal, something like that.
That's Far Cry, which is no longer Crisis. That's Ubisoft.
Oh, right. Well, no, wasn't it like the same developer? Or am I thinking?
No, that's internal Ubisoft as well. It used to be like Crytek made the first one. They made the first Far Cry. And then they sold it to Ubisoft.
Gotcha. They should have called it Wet and Wild.
What about Dino Crisis? Is there a sequel to that coming out yet?
I don't know, man.
Favorite
Shinji
game?
Mikami's too busy with making The Evil Within 2 your favorite game. Getting the sequel. It's not actually. We don't know what they're working on.
Oh, okay. Good, I got more 1-ups. Now I have 46 lives.
So yeah, Nuclear Throne Tournament. Yeah, do that, kids. Do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Make me look like a stupid, awful jerk.
I'm not crazy about his format for it, but
No,
sort of
I get for
why
some of it.
doing it
Like
that way.
I kind of want an exception for me, which is like a jerky thing, but I want to be able to announce and talk over my own. But I understand why, especially because like the first
Oh
attempt
no,
at
that's
it.
not that. That's not the part that I was even thinking of. I was thinking of the part that it's all 1v1.
Oh, was it 1v1 this time?
Mm-hmm.
It was 4 at a time last time. Oh.
Well, he doesn't want to do that again. But I said, like, doesn't that just make you have like 100 extra matchups?
Yeah. Wait, how many coins do I have? Is there a way to check that?
You just had 19.
I have enough.
I think if you stand still for a couple seconds, it'll also tell you.
Nice. I'm gonna pay off this fat idiot.
so he can be fatter.
Yeah. I've got a huge coin craving right now. Oh god, that's right. This is the one where you have to chase a rabbit and there's holes. And the best way to catch him is to freeze the planet. Because then you can
It's to nuke the ecosystem.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this tiny planet. No one lives here anyway, except for this one rabbit.
Except for those spiders.
Fuck him.
Those are water skimmers, I think.
I think that's right.
So they're water spiders. Gotcha.
Water spider. No. Different. They have 6 legs. Actually 4, I think.
Yes.
Mario
Sea
Galaxy 2
kittens.
is considered better just because, yeah, they had the first engine and level design stuff put together, like how they did it. And then they just took all the really good ideas that they had for Mario Galaxy 1, but did not have time to implement, and then implemented them in 2.
The one thing that you'll find some people like citing as a reason why Mario Galaxy 1 could be considered better is that Mario Galaxy 1 has a lot more levels that are sort of structured like Mario 64 and Sunshine levels that are kind of open and give you room to mess around, and this game doesn't really have that. It's a lot more linear.
Yeah, there's only maybe 1 or 2. But I'm fine with that, honestly. I like
Yeah, me too.
levels to be levels. Man, I
Most
still don't
bodega
get,
cats.
speaking of things that I don't get why they're trying to claim their open world, so they keep touting that the new Zelda for Wii U is going to be open world, but like, isn't that every goddamn Zelda game?
I want to interrupt you
Not like this.
I want to interrupt you real quick because someone called Rippers Beguile just subscribed, and I don't know if you do like a thing for that or not.
I generally don't, but thank you. No, I just try and like catch them, but I did the whole thing, the baseball thing for a while, but it just got way too interrupty, and especially if I was trying to play like a serious-ish game, it would be like, oh, I forget. What does it do? So I had to turn them off for certain games and stuff, especially if it was something like the dev was kind enough to provide a thing, or just in general had been a swell person about stuff. I still do need to play Dropsy at some point, because I talked to that dev and asked for some information about how they thought, or how I thought the trailer could be reworked and stuff like that. Anyways, that's a good way to do it, devs, instead of being like, what the hell, you're a dipshit. Just be like, I just asked. Just be like, oh, I saw you didn't like it. That's kind of a bummer. Well, how do you think it could be like improved in some way? I'm like, yeah, I think this way. Okay.
Which dev was that?
Dropsy.
Oh yeah. Oh, was
said-
that for the
I had mentioned,
trailer?
yeah, I had mentioned I really kind of hated the first trailer, and it made it look like a really bad game to me. Like, it made it look like something I really didn't enjoy.
I didn't see the first one.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I really don't like the way this makes the game. And basically, I explained what it looked like because of the trailer, and he's just like, yeah, no, it...
Right, yeah. It's like, here, this is the impression I get from this. Is this how you want to sell your game? No, not really. Well,
Yeah,
then.
well, it was like
might wanna think about-
I had kind of basically just bitched about it on Twitter, as I do, and I didn't know that, you know, you'd notice it all. He was like, yeah, no, I saw that, and like that's not what the game is at all. So like, how make not like that? How make not like that? Those are the words.
Was it
an adult sent me?
the one they made after that was the one with the song, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one was that was a good one.
It was a really good trailer. Yeah. He just apparently got feedback from a bunch of people and used it to improve.
Also, that game is good, and people should go buy it.
I know, I've heard really good things about it, and I need to play through it, but I'm also pretty bad at point-and-click adventures. And by bad, I mean I get burnt out. Unless it's Putt-Putt or Pajama Sam, which are the shit. And I still need to upload Pajama Sam, but every time I'm about to, somebody's like, hey, when are you uploading Pajama Sam? And I'm like, now I have to wait. I have to hold my iron fist over being annoyed when people ask me when I'm going to do a thing. I hate it. I'll do it when I get around to it.
When are you gonna pour another glass and nog?
I didn't get Nog yesterday. I'm so mad.
Oh, I gotta pick up some Nog.
There wasn't any Nog! I was so PO'd. I was so
It's the
peeved.
season. This is
Critical
premium
Nog
Nog season.
There was no Nog. I was so peeved. So I had to go, and I just got this pack of Christmas shandies, which were good, but not Nog. There was
no
a
Nog,
chocolate
yeah.
raspberry one that was quite good, oddly enough, which is usually not a thing I would think to be good.
Some retailers will be weird about where they store the nog.
It's true, because I only want alcohol Nog, quite frankly. I don't want no alcohol Nog, because then that's just cream sugar drink. Which oddly enough is my stripper name. It's cream sugar drink.
Oh, so I can't say wet spill, but you can say cream sugar drink. I see how it is.
Cream sugar drink.
There is no law against nog.
Oh no, the wet zone is now all sticky.
Don't nog it.
No.
Don't Nog it till you try it.
I did, and I'm unhappy with the results.
Of what?
The sticky zone.
Why'd you touch your sticky zone?
I'm unhappy with the results of the sticky zone.
I have dissatisfaction.
Where does the Wiener Boy gang hang out? The sticky zone?
No. Keep the Wiener Boy gang away from the sticky zone.
I would like to register a complaint regarding
it's a
the zone.
Counter! Counter! Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Guilty Gear.
I am less good at this version than I was at the other one, but I started off with Faust, and his combos are really simple, so.
I'm really liking Bedman. I might go for him.
Yeah, Bedman is really cool, and the setups are really neat. I also like Ramlethal a lot, just because it's like this goofy type of semi-trap setup thing that I'm really a fan of.
Yeah, like she has traps, but then you can use them as weapons as well, which I failed to realize when I first played her.
I like how Faust. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I like how Faust has some like kind of trap-ish abilities, but he's not centered around them.
Yeah, like he
also has incredibly long range with some attacks.
He's a really good Pope character as part of his thing.
I also tried to play, for, God, what was the PlayStation 2 one?
Guilty Gear X2.
X2, yeah.
Yeah, that one. That one I played Dizzy, May, and Chip.
I still can't believe Chip.
Really hard to play.
I can't believe they made him president.
Show some respect to the president.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, if you don't know the story, if you don't know the truth, you don't know the score. But
I really don't know the story of Guilty Gear.
Me neither. But every time I hear about it, I'm like, damn, I kind of do want to sit through story mode at some point. And
I did Faust's arcade mode, and I managed to win that.
I got right to the end of Leo Borgnine's or whatever, White Fang Boy. And then I couldn't beat the Soul at the end of it because he's ridiculous. The Soul bad guy at the end of it is insane.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. You do not want to play a Soul that is good.
Yeah. It was just really frustrating because no matter what I do, I just get like juggled to hell and back, and I was like, oh crap.
Until I have a good handle on how to play that game, I'm just going to play on easy mode. I don't give a shit, because easy mode is still pretty fucking challenging.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I was playing on normal with...
Yeah, I made it like 3 fights in on normal. I was like, oh, right.
Yeah, I got to the boss and was doing okay, but then Soul just whooped my butt. God, I keep on calling
The thing I like about the
Rick had gotten
one is
sticky rice. He got all the way to the end of, I think he was playing Soul maybe, and whoever it was, the last boss was Ramlethal, and apparently just was having his ass beaten into dust repeatedly by Ramlethal, like just not even being able to get like a good approach.
Yeah, like, the thing I like about the new one is that there is no actual bullshit final boss, it's just that they get very difficult. Like, there's nothing like Eno and Guilty Gear X2 where it's just like, I have infinite tension and I can move forward and
missed that fight, though, because that fight was actually really fun, in my opinion.
I don't miss any SNK bosses. Like, those are the worst.
It was fun until she used a super and it did like three quarters of your health bar for no reason other than she's a boss.
Once you get the hang of avoiding her attack.
That's not the hard part. The hard part is when she just warps in and she has her infinite tension gauge, so she can cancel anything into anything.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part I hate. Like, the super is easy to dodge once you learn it.
I'm really glad.
Also, yeah, Bridget is gone too, who I was like starting to get the hang of, but I didn't. Are they gonna add him?
I don't know.
He's not been announced for Revelator. That's the new version. I know Dizzy, Johnny, and Jam are coming back.
Okay.
I'm very glad, speaking of games with bad boss design, Skullgirls, I'm glad they at least admitted, they're like, yeah, we were really rushed, we don't really like the way that fight turned out either. And one of the characters, like, it's so bad, and they basically admit it is so bad, to play against her. I can't even remember her name. She's actually being a character now.
The boss at the end of Skullgirls.
Skullgirls, yeah.
Oh, double.
No, not double.
Oh, Marie, sorry.
Marie, yeah. She's actually a character in Indivisible now, which is kind of neat. But
so she can be really overpowered there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, they admitted like it was such a bad boss fight that if you play that boss fight with Big Band, they just give you Peacock because the boss fight is nearly impossible. Yeah, you just get 2 people. It's just like, yeah, I have Peacock as well because it turns out that.
Oh, I
boss
thought
fight
I thought they just give you a complete. It's like, nope, you're this character.
No,
now.
you just get 2 characters. They just give you, and it's like normal full health. They basically are just like, yeah, sorry, this boss fight is literally impossible as Big Band. Like, it can't be done with Big Band. It is so fucking hard. Yeah, they just give you Peacock, who's the easiest time against Marie, because she's the projectiles on her character, so she's like kind of a hard counter to Marie's awful bullcrap. But yeah, Big Band's huge, so it's like impossible to dodge all the projectiles unless you're like perfect guarding everything.
I actually really like that there is a mode in Zern for entirely just for helping you do all the moves and making sure you're doing them correctly.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
that's
challenge
actually-
modes and the mission modes and stuff, they're all really good. And if you beat them, you'll have to learn how to like manage actually fighting a real person and doing it when the pressure's on, as opposed to just like book learning them. But at the same time, it'll give you the information and the stuff to be good at the game.
Yeah, that's what I need to be good at a fighting game.
I prefer to pronounce that X as the conspicuous absence of a syllable.
Word.
Guilty Gear.
I just call it Guilty Gear guttural noise.
Yeah, the music might be a little loud at this point, but that's just because the music's a little loud at this point.
This is a loud fight.
Yeah.
Also, where the hell is the Eno song from X2? Please tell me that's going to show up at some.
You might be able to buy it from the store.
If you mean
Which
Midnight
one?
Carnival.
The one where you fight her?
Midnight Carnival. That's it.
Yeah, that's in the store. You just buy that
That's
for
a really
your
good
money.
song. Oh, I can buy it in game.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then it shows up in your music collection menu when you go to pick a stage.
Yeah.
But I have all these Guilty Gear bucks from doing training stuff. I need to hang on.
Yeah,
that's what
you spend it on.
Second.
Yeah, I
That's
spent
what
most
I
of mine on something dumb. I can't even remember. Oh, it was like the voice clips when it turns out for some reason you can only buy the Japanese voice clips. Which I don't understand.
I am shocked Dectalon has not messaged me yet.
Hey, buddy, see you're playing Sign. You wanna?
No, get away from me! I don't know anything.
I think Dectalon is not really comfortable at playing it yet, because Dectalon usually likes to be at, like mid-high level-ish before he gets really into a game and stuff. So
He's still
Well, no, I thought he
way
was
better than us.
I thought this
Gone
was his
into
first Guilty Gear
seclusion
game.
for
Wow,
2
it's really loud.
years.
yeah, it's his first.
I
Guilty.
thought he was supposed to like Street Fighter up until now, which is
Yeah.
why he's kind of still learning everything. Having
Mhm.
relearn everything he knows.
That's why I'm really
Press a
glad.
button before it's done. What?
I went with
Yeah,
Skullgirls
Chad, you'll
because
find that
Skullgirls is
you'll-
a nice intermediary for every fighting game because it rips a lot of mechanics from all of them and kind of mixes them together, which is nice.
I had trouble doing combos in Skullgirls. I'm having more success in this game.
This one I think they give you, since the game is so fast, relative to the animation length, it's like a longer input buffer. So
Right.
relative to how long the animation is, you have more time. Skullgirls, it was about the same amount of time, but the animations were a little bit longer. It's not like Street Fighter 4 where some of them's
Combo
like
systems
a single
started as a
frame
bug.
of this huge animation, which is
Combo systems began as a mistake that became a feature.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Originally, you were not supposed to be able to uninterruptedly hit somebody, but they decided, oh, this is actually kind of fun. We'll keep doing this.
In all fairness, far and away the worst combo
Yes,
that I
there
saw
it is.
of all of them was Chip. Chip's combo was so
Oh
dumb.
god. The combo list that takes up multiple screens, yeah.
Yeah. Don't mind me, just gonna store up a jump for later. which apparently used to be a thing for like every character, but
I'm installing my double jump. Wait a sec, I gotta download the updates.
looks like I gotta download the drivers for my double jump. Freaking jump install. The worst part is I got decent at the jump install. It was like the part afterwards that I was messing up a lot. That's another thing that I'm kind of glad about is it seems like they fixed or reduced the amount of a lot of the like really difficult to use mechanics.
Yeah, execution has gone down, or the execution requirements have gone down a lot. The most complicated inputs will be half circle and then forward or back, and that's it. And I think Potemkin might have 360 throws, but maybe.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
I remember liking Venom. He was pretty fun to play.
Venom is
Venom's
really
fun.
neat, but kind of weird, but really neat. 'Cause, yeah, and also really good if you get I know as your random announcer because she just yells balls. When he's just balls. Shoot balls.
Doug, if you
Balls.
haven't done so already, go turn on random announcers in the options, because the DLC for the PC version includes all the voice packs. So you get all the announcers acting in character, like all the characters.
Oh, that's what all that is. Okay.
Yeah, and it's awesome because you'll get things like they're all just making fun of each other. Soul
Yeah.
is some of the best ones because Soul will just be like, "Ninja President, are you serious?" That's one of the best ones. Really, Ninja President.
So wait, where is that exactly? Game.
It's in somewhere in the options menu where you go to like audio settings. There's an option for
System.
announcers.
Oh, system voice, random.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, there are some really good ones. I think Souls is still just my favorite because yeah, it's like someone trying really hard to be badass, just making fun of everybody. Including some just excellent mockeries, such as just calling Cindy's just like dumbass. You pick him.
I really liked. It was really fun playing Faust and then doing the poke people in the ass, and just everyone has a different expression.
Have you done his instant kill?
I was gonna say, have you instant killed people with Faust? Because that's different every time too.
His is really good.
Yep.
Yeah, because in X2 it was he just nukes you or something.
Yeah, he like blows up the entire planet.
I'm trying to figure out, because I don't have a fight stick, if I'm better off using an analog or the D-pad.
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 What
Unless
controller
you're on a
are you
360
using?
controller.
It's a Logitech F310.
D-pad.
D-pad. D-pad. Absolutely D-pad.
I just can't do... What are those diagonal D-pad inputs called? Dragon Punch?
Dragon Punch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dragon
Dragon
Punch.
Punch.
The way to do Dragon
Is there a
Punch
simple way to
little
do
better-
those?
Yeah, easier way to do it is don't think about it as like missing an input. Due to the way they count the inputs, if you just hit forward and then quarter circle forward really quickly, that counts.
Yep.
Yes.
Just press forward and do a Hadouken. That's all you gotta do.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's way easier.
Yeah,
Holy
forward and
shit.
then quarter circle forward. That counts. That's
Wow, I won't even get a blister doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why they still try and do this whole thing of like it's that and then downward and like just show it for what people actually do when they do it, because almost no one
Like
does it.
literally, the display that they use to like show what a Dragon Punch is doesn't even make sense. In any game, it's the worst.
Yeah,
It's
like
it's technically the
forward.
correct input because you don't need to do the last forward, but it's still really awkward to see. But yeah.
Yeah, just forward and then quarter circle forward. It's not some dumb Z thing that people do. Like,
Also, I think they changed up the timing for like the hold attacks, like hold left and then right in a button. I'm kind of struggling.
It's really short in this game.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
charges? Yeah, charges
Yeah.
are a little bit longer than Skullgirls, but shorter than most other games.
Is that it?
Unfortunately, the only way to really practice that is just keep doing it until you get the time down.
Yeah, because I was even
Also,
having trouble doing it with May, and that was like the one that I used, the fucking dolphin.
Yeah, and don't forget
Mr.
to,
Dolphin.
you can start charging like while you're doing other attacks. So if you have a combo that doesn't care if you hold back while you're doing it, just go ahead and hold back, you know, while you're doing your other combo, and then at the end of it you'll be able to just hit forward and attack and just slam that in. That's how you do a lot of combos with May or other charged characters. Also, Honey Hall's Galaxy is really good. This is a really fun one. especially back in
The ghost levels are good in Galaxy.
They're really good.
Oh, yes.
And this is the Bulberry one, which is one of the weirder ones.
Is it the light bulb one?
It is. It's the light bulb Yoshi.
That's a peculiar one.
It is weird, but kind of cute in the way they do it. That's how I describe a lot of Mario Galaxy 2. Cute.
But weird.
I give this game a cute out of 10.
Oh, it looks like you can't go... I get it now. You can't go immediately in the other direction. You need to stop.
What do you mean?
What?
Well, normally what I did for these, I just go directly from left to right, but it worked when I went left and then took my finger off of left and then went to right.
Do you have input display on?
Yes, I do.
Okay, are you sure you're not like accidentally pressing up or down while you're going from one to the other?
Let me check.
Because that's something that I use.
Yeah, that's the hardest part for me on a stick.
My fingers are too big and dumb, okay? Jeez.
Oh, there's one more I missed.
Yeah, you're right. I think that is what was happening. Now I'm doing it flawlessly.
Oh, sorry, Jordan.
No, it's okay. I'm just pointing it out, because, man.
Yeah, again, until you mentioned it, I was just like, wow, why are big-ass moons so prevalent in video games?
Big Moon.
There it is. Guest starring Big Moon.
Otherwise,
so
you wouldn't notice it.
strange. Like, I mean, it's not strange that you don't like them, it's just strange that it's, like, so common.
Yeah.
Can all characters jump? Wait, no, I wasn't No, I am jumping off of that guy's head.
It's not that, probably. It's you're doing your second jump, because every character has a double jump.
Yeah,
So you can jump cancel, and you can do it while the character's right there, yeah. So, like, if you hit somebody, and then jump, you can interrupt your jump partway through, and then start another attack that's using a jump cancel. So you can attack someone on the ground, jump cancel out of that, hit them, jump cancel again, hit them again, then, like, at any point, well, not at any point in the combo, but when you have to in the combo.
Yeah, canceling with double jumps is very important for getting the big combos.
Mm-hmm. And it's honestly not too bad. Like, jump canceling is really forgiving in Zerd. By the way, all of my pronunciations of Zerd are canon. Particularly because it reminds me of the way in... Oh god, what Godzilla movie is it? It's like 2000, I think? It's one of the really bad ones. They pronounced... There was like, part of the story was there was this alien race that had come from somewhere. I should have gotten that comment medal, I'm a dummy. There was some alien race that came from somewhere, and then someone goes Super Saiyan, and then it turns out someone else can go Super Saiyan, and it's really bad. But their name of that race is like, it's supposed to be like the Zur or something. Like, it's really not that bad to pronounce. But every actor starts like deviating farther and farther away from the correct way to pronounce it throughout the film, until you end up with them just being like, what are you? Oh no, it's the Zur. It just starts making like no sense the way they're trying to pronounce this word. It's so good. There's so many dumb parts in that movie. Holy cow. Oh, it's Final Wars is the Zillions. It's X, I, and then aliens, but without an A, so it's like zillions.
But I'll have you know that Final Wars is actually really good.
Oh my god, all these balls. I could have all these balls at once. This is great. This is the best character.
Someone's playing Venom.
You know, it's sad how it is infinitely easier for me to do half circles with the analog.
Yeah, it takes some practice, but like analog is just gonna be worse in the long run.
You're gonna miss a lot of inputs with analog.
Yeah.
It's what I used to play with the 360 controller, just because like the D-pad on the 360 controller is such an abomination. No controller discussion in chat, but I'm just putting that out there. I don't want another controller fight because it's stupid and you're all wrong.
What about fight sticks? Like
is what? Fight sticks. What about them?
Are they expensive?
Yes.
Ish.
Depends.
Yeah. Like the one I have is
What would you consider
terribly-
expensive?
Yeah, that kind of depends on what you think is the proper costing for a fight stick. It's like the Quanba Q2 that I have is really good, but it's also like $70 or something. More expensive than like, well, it's actually ending up being about the same price as a controller now.
I guess so. But I was
Controllers
thinking,
are
like,
not going down in price.
what I was thinking is if you want a good fight stick, you're starting out at like 150 is what I was gonna say.
The Quanba's pretty good. I mean, it's like really solid. It's got solid components. If you want like a pro level one, then yeah, it's gonna start being really
Well,
expensive,
yeah,
really
obviously.
fast. Yeah. Then you
But
have to start.
it also depends on how much you're willing to kind of like get into fighting games. Because if you play a lot of them, it's a good choice. You'll want a good stick. But if it's just like, I'll just play this casually, then maybe you don't need.
Oh, the
a
giant
super
murder ball
expensive one.
attack. I remember that. There we go. Yeah, I could do that one. I think what got me into this game initially was that I could actually do the attacks.
Which is weird
Yeah.
because it normally is considered to have pretty hard execution, but like the execution of specials and stuff is nowhere near as bad as most other fighting games. It's just the combos.
There we go. There's
are-
another special that's easy to do.
Yeah, combos are pretty hard to do, like at a high level. But that's the thing is there's mid-level combos that feel really good and satisfying to do.
There's my fight stick, by the way.
For a second, I thought that was like the bad ending picture of Undertale where everybody's face is X'd out. But with Full House.
Oh god, they made a little face for the ball on the. That's so good. Oh my god. Oh, the face.
I think I saw Perfect Stranger's fight stick as well, but I can't find a picture of that.
Okay, now I'm up to combos, so now I'm gonna just get fucking. Yeah.
They start out pretty easy, but yeah, the game will start ramping up. But the nice thing is,
It's rhythm. It doesn't tell you rhythm unless you look at the sample.
I was gonna say, yeah, the samples are really good for that. I'm really glad.
Yeah,
they're putting-
that's why.
as I call them, because it's what a certain very cool and good Swedish man made for me. I call them the Dectalon videos. They have built-in Dectalons.
Oh god, I still have those.
They're
Yeah,
built-in
when I-
dectos.
When I started playing Street Fighter 4, he's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
Street
wait. And he just like started like making a bunch of videos of playing Cammy properly for me. He's like, here's a bunch of Cammy
Oh,
combos
you
you
have
can
the same
try out.
videos.
What?
Oh, you have the same videos then.
Oh yeah, he might have given you my old Cammy videos. Oh god, it was just like the nicest thing. But yeah, they have those like built in. What a feature. We built in. Oh no, that platform's gone. Oh shite.
Rip.
Oh no, now we're playing in danger mode. I feel like this is one of the concepts they reused a couple times, is a planet that's got fire, or it's got snow and ice, but also lava. What the?
Oh, yeah, that's later in this game even.
That was in 1 as well, yeah.
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
1, and then also I think, yeah, again later in this game.
Yeah, because in 1 there was a galaxy called Freeze Flame, and then in this one there's a galaxy called Freeze Frame, and it's still the same idea.
And it's
Oh no, wait,
one-
no, that's something else. But
No,
also
Freeze
there's
Frame's a
another
different
environment.
galaxy. This one's got like
Yeah,
icy
yeah, yeah,
hot
you're
or
right.
something.
Icy Hot Galaxy.
Don't
Icy
put
hot
it. Don't put it on your dick, Galaxy.
Can we
Yeah,
stop
that's a
by
good
the
one.
Rub A535 Galaxy afterwards? I got some back pain.
Oh god. I can't wait to unlock Luigi again so I can never play a different character. Imagine being the joyless schlub who decides to not play Luigi when you unlock him. What a chump. Luigi's so good in this game. Like, he objectively is really good. If you get control of him, especially for the green star stuff, he makes so many of them way easier because he just jumps higher. So just doing a backflip to a little spin jump will allow you to skip so many parts of the green star hunt.
Luigi is canonically the more powerful brother.
It's true.
Yes!
What about in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga? The only Mario and Luigi game that is canon.
Every time I try to do these holds, I put an
Ah.
extra input in.
I was tabbed out. How did you die that quickly? Or
No, I haven't died. I just am back on
okay.
the ball.
Okay.
This is the other gimmick I don't like in this game. Surprisingly, it's the 2 motion control gimmicks. Weird.
Yeah, this one's not super good.
This and Blizzard are both terrible. I don't know why they exist.
Excuse you.
No, it's
That was
Blizzard.
almost it.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
Blizzard.
definitely still
I'm gonna
Gary
go
Queen.
pick up a Blizzard at the Gary Queen. Let me go get a Blizzard. You want a Billy Bar? What about a Blorio cake? There's all sorts of wonderful treats.
I'm more of a fan of the peanut butter parfait myself.
Peanut buffer.
I
Peanut
was-
butter parfait.
I was watching a series a while ago where their Pringles knockoff was called the Bringles.
Pringles! Ah, yes, you can get your Bringles with a nice ice-cold Popsy. That's my stuff. Have you considered an ice-cold Pepsi? How about that? I will never drink Beepus. Oh, God. So many different flavors. Pringles. No one better lay a finger on my gutter dinger. Thanks, Maddie. I do like the way the music is done in this level.
There
Yeah.
we go.
For everything else, I love any music that responds to, like, player input. That's a thing that, since I'm a music boy, that's something I'm way into.
Have you ever
So
played The
it-
Blob?
I think I played a little bit of it.
It's not a super good game, but it does a lot of that.
And that
Oh,
burger guy is going crazy.
By
He
the
loves
way-
this shit.
welcome to the awful part of this level.
Ball Busters.
Oh, come on, you freaking. Especially because there's a speedrun version of this level.
Oh yeah.
Then I feel like in
Oh my
Grandmaster Orb Galaxy or whatever, you have to do that same thing, but with like 2 of them.
Yes. I do think that's the thing. Maybe even 3.
Dynamic gameplay music. One of the best examples of it making a game way better than it should have been is a game that the gameplay kind of bored me, but the music was so good that I didn't care, which was Beat Buddy, Tales of the Guardians or whatever it was.
I've never heard of this.
Oh yeah, I
Buddy?
remember.
It's awesome. Like half of the soundtrack is like electro swing and stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, it was all electro swing.
It's got like Parov Stellar. It's got some different like dance music in it. It's really good. Like everybody speaks in like record scratches and stuff, and oh, it's really good. Beat Buddy, Tales of the Guardians, or whatever. Even if you don't want to play the game, look up the OST sometime, cause it's excellent. But it had a lot of like different build-up pieces of music and stuff, so like there wouldn't be a whole lot going on. And then you'd find a little power-up or run into some enemies, and all the stuff fired to the music, and everything was going in rhythm.
Neat.
Yeah, it was cool, but not super great. It controlled kind of like Aquaria. You ever played that? Which was like the underwater Metroidvania? Yeah. This might play
That game
through
was good, but I wish they had actually been able to make the other one and maybe improve on it.
Time to go to the Cloudy Court.
There we go.
Would you mind holding your controller a little farther from your mic, please? Fighting game inputs tend to get a little saucy. I know, trust me. I'm aware.
My arms are not that long. I'll just mute the thing.
Why do we call games Metroidvanias? Because they're like exploratory things where you go find power up and then can come back. and find different things, and it just so happened that the first two really good examples of it were Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night.
That's how it goes.
That's all it is. There's really, I mean, there's not really anything else to say. It's just that's why. The end. I guess. That's it. Congrats, you know the whole story, Morning Glory. Also, you want to see something great? There's a 1-up under this draft's booty. Nice.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Hidden 1-up under the butt. Or like it might be a dinosaur. It might be a Plessy. I don't know. Only Luigi knows where to look for the butt 1-up.
Just read exclusive content.
I don't remember, is there a Comet medal off to the side here?
I think, I want to say it's later on in the level.
It is a life up shroom. There was a thing over there. This is another level where you can get a shocking amount of it done without using a single cloud. Like way more than you would think. I don't know if Argon Matrix managed to do a whole run of it without it, but I think they got maybe like a shocking amount out of the way without using it.
Alright. These drums are kind of weird, like the rest of the level doesn't really have anything to do with music.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's also the symbols.
Either way, this is a cute little touch. I think the only game I can think of where they put in like random musical instruments and it really didn't feel well done, even though it was like the whole world's gimmick, which is why it was really a shame, was Rayman Origins it might have been, or the one before Origins.
Yeah, Rayman Origins was the first one of the new ones.
And it might have been the other one. I can't remember which one it was.
Legends.
One of them had like an entire world that was based on like music stuff, and it just didn't feel right. It felt like it was just a coating of music themed paint.
Well, that's been a thing in Rayman since like since the first game. So I think that was just like
homage.
Yeah.
God. Oh, I never finished the whole discussion of the 3DO and why I had brought it up in the first place. You know what the 3DO's best-selling game was? Another testament to its failure? Gex.
Oh, the original? It would have to be.
The original Gex, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It's tail time!
I remember when I was a kid, they had a 3DO on display at the Radio Shack in the mall where I lived, and it was always fucking frozen up. Like, can anybody buy this?
Man,
would you say it was...
got that Star Control 2 port. How was such a good thing wasted on the 3DO?
Well, you see, the 3DO cost $1,100 when adjusted for inflation.
Mm-hmm.
It had a couple of good things. It had what was for quite a while the definitive version of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Didn't it also have the Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe?
No, that's the CDI.
Oh, I always mix those two up.
I'm sorry. Come again? The Flowers
of Robert Mapplethorpe.
It is literally just a gallery of some dudes, like, not even that great flower paintings called The Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe.
Is it Mapplethorpe?
I want to say, because, you know, Maple.
I want to give the game its proper respect.
Yeah.
Game?
I've tried to find a copy of that game for the longest time, but I'm honestly not sure if it even exists.
The Flowers of Robble Dangle Bang.
There's one on eBay. It's only $130 US.
Oh, fuck that. No, I could probably find it cheaper over here because...
Oh, you're not a real Flowers of Robert Mapplethorpe. Yeah, I see.
If it ever showed up, I could probably find it for cheaper over here because the CDI actually...
Oh my god, is Maddie being an elitist about Mapplethorpe?
It's not called the Dicks of Robert Mapplethorpe, Maddie. It's just called Flowers.
Mapplethorpe painted a bunch of dick pics.
Maybe they were planning a sequel. I don't know. I'm not
The
I'm
flowering
not
Robert Mapplethorpe.
The PP over
Deflowering Robert Mapplethorpe.
Whoa. Please don't deflower Robert Mapplethorpe.
Oh goodness.
Oh, somebody just fell on their microphone. Face first.
No, chat. It was the Jaguar that had
Whoa.
the controller with a million
Who's
buttons.
clipping?
It's not me, because I'm also hearing that.
Yeah, I'm also hearing it. So it has to be Loon, I think.
Dog is dead.
Oh, did he just like disconnect?
You can just look at Discord and see the voice activity blips.
Well,
and
I
know.
can't because I'm, already juggling 5 screens. So,
For example, you could look at times when noise is happening and you could see a little mute icon next to me. Maybe that's not my noise.
see, I can't see any of that though, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was checking.
Jordan can.
I forgot that Dog was still in chat, so that's why I blamed you. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Oh,
I'll
damn.
never be sorry. Let's do a Comet medal.
Hell yeah.
You just stick with that spirit and you'll never be convicted. No jury on earth.
All right, guys, shut the fuck up. It's serious time. We got to do the rolling crabber romp.
Oh shoot.
Here comes the rolling crabber romp.
Here are the children watching.
The rolling rumpus. Oh man, that's a lot of crabs.
Well, we got a rolling crabber romp.
Something you want your gynecologist to never say.
Did you say gynecologist?
Sorry, gynecologist.
My gynecologist.
Well, I mean, you could call him that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, gets to the point nicely. It's the
Then
gynecologist.
check out my gyna.
Oh god, what was the name of the Wikipedia of the guy who's Bagoo? What was it?
Oh god.
Which name? There were so many.
The one that I joked about vaginas with. It was Bagoo, I think. Bagoo. Bagoo.
Sounds like a very weird Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. Like that was from like a different country that didn't really know that that's not a good way.
A Russian knockoff of Mr. Magoo.
Oh no, I died.
Certainly, my dear.
I have some opinions on Mr. Magoo, but I'm not going to share them here.
Oh,
Oh, please
controversial.
tell
Magoo
us and post the
opinions.
images about your hot takes on Mr. Magoo. I love those images.
Well, I'll say I'm sorry to all the Mr. Magoo fans that may be in the chat at this point, but I feel that needs to be said. We'll just get the image here.
So who did you vote for in the gubernatorial elections?
Not him.
I have to look in a second once I finish this challenge. Also, man, if I was having some trouble with this, at least they put a couple one-ups that I could find.
I hate Mr. Magoo. I hate this turtle man. I wish he would die. He's a piece of shit. He needs to die. Fuck him. Again, I'm sorry to all the fans in chat, but fucking piece of shit. And
Are
that's
we
all I have to say
talking
about
about the cartoon Mr. Magoo or the bad movie with Leslie Nielsen, Rest in Peace, Mr. Magoo?
that. The character. I hate everything about him. He's ruined my life.
Mr. Magoo has ruined my life. I'm just thinking
Blind,
about that seriously.
bumbling old piece of shit.
What's the source of your begrudge?
Okay, no. Someone's asking, why are we surprised? Why are we surprised there's bad names in Star Wars? No, you don't understand the depth of it. You do not know the width and depth and breadth of how good the names get in Star Wars until you look up the article stubs about characters, the character stubs. Then you will know, because there are so many. that are so good that I don't even know how someone wrote them down.
I will link one and only one in chat,
Is
and
it-
then I'll let everybody else look around on their own as an exercise.
That's a
look,
good one.
But do not post them here. You can look around on your
Yeah,
own.
just-
Don't post them in chat.
That's the only one we'll post, because otherwise it's just going to become endless pages of this is the fucked up name that I found on Wikipedia.
I think we spent like 3 hours doing it one night, just looking over the best, worst names on Wikipedia.
3 hours well spent.
I will time out anybody who posts any links about Wikipedia other than people in call.
I'm only doing the one because otherwise it will just turn into that.
Yeah, guys, it's seriously this rabbit hole is like endless.
It is a black hole. This is what happens if you fall into the black holes in Mario Galaxy.
Which one are you trying to find? Also, don't just post names that you know of. Don't do that either. You're missing the point entirely. Where? Also, here comes one of the Shadow Boy levels.
Yay.
It's kind of an easy one. At first, at least. I think there's like 3 rounds of it, maybe.
You can just like make them go in a circle and they're not really a problem.
It's really as long as you don't go backwards, you're probably gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Are they instant kill if you touch them, or is it just do some damage?
It's just damage, but the main thing is it's almost always in like a platformy level.
Yeah.
So
Makes
they
it
might
also
knock
even
you
more
off.
dangerous. Yeah. And also, once you've lost a rhythm with them, they become a lot harder to manage. And they'll even try and get you here, which I kind of love. Even when you're trying to get the star out, they'll be like, ah! One last attempt, one last rep, as I put a tiny barbell out on my tongue that I've hidden in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
You're almost a fourth of the way there, Ty.
Huh? Oh yeah.
I said you're almost a fourth of the way there.
It's true, but I forgot to pick up eggnog, so I'm actually very far behind.
Damn.
Have you scheduled a nog break?
I might just take like half an hour at some
Eggnog
point
run.
That
and run to a liquor store to get eggnog.
good chance to stretch your legs, stand up, get some fresh air.
Get some fresh nog.
Sort out your nog supply chain. Arrange for
Luckily,
regular
I do
nog
have-
drops.
I do have a guy pretty close by for eggnog, so
No
Do you,
guy.
do you know of some good quality eggnog, or are you gonna get some
Nog
knockoff
man.
brand?
it's gonna be nog off probably because I'm not making the nog myself, which I've done in the past. It's just it's one of those things where people are like, "It's so much better if you make it on your own." It's like it's nominally better, but also
It's
is
also a pain in the
a
ass.
huge effort. Yeah, it's a huge undertaking. So
It's
like,
not too bad actually. I'm speaking as a nogromancer.
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't believe I. Thing I can't talk about yet because I don't think it's been announced. You.
101 foot Robocop is what we're talking about.
Oh gosh. I'm so glad that that's been announced. I know many secrets, and God, that was one of them I didn't know, and I was so glad of all the like things that LP people always let slip, and they're just like, oh, you know, don't tell anybody, and I'm like, oh, now I have to not talk about this thing. That's one that I'm glad I was never informed of, because God, that would have been hard to not talk about. Jesus.
It was very hard not to.
Go,
Yeah.
you say.
I'm really glad that
Yeah.
incredibly drunk Panzer managed to keep that to herself while playing Splatoon, because there were a lot of times she could have definitely had let that go. I'm like, oh, in retrospect, thank God. That would have been awful. There's so many good. Oh, that game looks so good too. I was so chuffed watching the like Twitter stuff and people talking and being like, how is that 100, like, it looked like a really good year, but how is that 100-foot robot golf somehow the one that I want the most? Like, people are just like, what the heck? This game looks awesome. What the hell?
That's the thing, is that we played an alpha version in Seattle, and even then, 4 people, it was more fun than Duck Game, honestly.
Nice.
It was a blast. Yes, it's like we played Duck Game afterward, and I was sitting there thinking, I kind of enjoyed playing the robot golf game.
A good golf game is something to behold.
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
just
kind
you
of
can.
magical.
It's just you can, in the mode that we tried out. It's just like you can either be, try to be the first one in the hole, or you could just be a griefing asshole to everybody and block everybody's shots.
Do you mean the Kuvo maneuver?
Take a
Yes.
slow, relaxing,
From what I understand.
Because he kept
forward,
doing that.
and
Yeah,
then you
that's
let 3 other assholes try to get in your way of playing the slow, relaxing, methodical sport.
It's like,
and then
oh,
you have
you have your ball near the hole, and you're trying to make some very precise shots. Oh, I'm just gonna knock over a few buildings and get them in the way. Oh, you can't find the hole anymore. Oh, too bad.
Yeah, that's how we found that vertiginous multiplayer is actually fucking brilliant.
Big John's run
War
of NES
golf.
Open Golf didn't get in. Dude, AGDQ needs to get their shit together and just let Big John put in whatever the hell Big John wants. I
Let
would
Big
watch.
John play.
Yeah, I would watch like 50 hours of just Big John in general, because he's probably my
John's
favorite
very
speedrunner.
entertaining.
Liberate Big John.
Big John is so good.
And not even like make Big John be performing on stage for 50 continuous hours. Him sleeping is more entertaining than most of the rest of what these people do. So.
Yeah, Big John is like just legit and entertaining and fun and nice to listen to person. The egg roll incident, that was so good. The egg roll thing. Oh my gosh, apparently you got called out on egg rolls at an airport. It's like, hey, you got any egg rolls in that bag? Oh my god.
Called out on egg rolls.
Yeah, it's a good story, but they want to minimize pouch presence, so they're reducing. What are they just making AGDQ like no commentary?
I want to watch Chrono Trigger done in 20 hours in complete silence.
People
It's
keep
getting
making fun of how
harder.
bad our couch is. We should remove the couch.
It's incredibly hard to watch them when there's like nothing going on discussion-wise.
Yeah. Like, if they're
Could we vet the
entertaining,
couch?
yeah.
Could we try to find funny people to put on the couch? Could we
Yeah.
just have a persistent announcer's booth that can be funny regardless of who's on the couch? No, just scrap it. Scrap all of it. Throw it in the pit. Drive it into the sea.
Like,
If
God,
they're worried about, I mean, honestly, if they're worried about the people on the couch distracting the speedrunner, why not just have some other people talking over it? Not being rude, but just kind of, bullshit and stuff.
well, like, there's
it's
good people. That's like the thing.
Isn't
like,
that the whole thing? Like, the speedrunner is supposed to vouch for people to go on the couch? Like, they
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
oh, I only want this
Usually.
person because that
Bring their
whole,
own couch team.
the whole caveman incident.
The Tomba guy got up there.
That was before. That was one of the incidents that triggered the
Yeah.
whole. You get to choose who's on your couch. The best part was it was that guy's birthday.
What happened with Tomba?
Oh my god, have you never
Jordan.
seen this?
Oh,
someone
Jordan.
please link Jordan. I'd rather you be quiet. I'd really
Let,
rather you.
let me get the video, yeah.
Oh, okay, no, I've seen that already.
Oh
never
my
mind.
god.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, that was Caveman DJK, I think his name is.
DCJ, yeah.
DCJ, yeah. And him and some guy like Kawaii Jordy Chipabum 25 or some like really obviously bad name. It was just like, oh god, this guy's gonna be insufferable, and he is. And yeah, this guy was just like, this kid kept being annoying, so he just kind of started getting roasted on, and it's beautiful. Just watching this guy get more and more
And the
annoying.
guy was so patient until he finally told him to shut up, too. Like, he was clearly trying to tell him, like, yeah, that's... He was clearly saying shut up without actually saying it, but he just wasn't catching it.
Well, he was
so
trying to
had
be
say-
professional, like it's a charity event.
Yeah.
They know most of those guys, like the ones who people like and are persistently allowed back, are reasonably funny and semi-professional people with a few exceptions. I don't know though. I don't know if that's the most awkward incident in AGDQ, SGDQ history. Or
No, that's the Crash Bandicoot 2 dude. Who
Yeah,
sounded like
that
he was
one.
ready to just like go on a rampage.
well, that
in
one
moment.
I think was just
That one
flat
has gone there
worst.
recently.
I think the funnier
Okay, funny. All right.
funnier one, at least, and like maybe more awkward overall, was the whole Banjo Kazooie cucking speedrunner incident.
Oh my god.
That one's so good.
I don't think I saw that one. The only Banjo one I know of is that guy who said he was going to kill everybody at the very end.
No, the Banjo Kazooie
No, that's
thing.
the Crash Bandicoot one.
Yeah, no, God. The Banjo Kazooie one is like a 3-part saga because some guy was there with his wife, and then
But what?
and then his like wife, it was like a really close friend of theirs, and she cheated on him with a Banjo Kazooie speedrunner while he was there. And then like later on, like at the next event, people send in donations that they're like, yeah, I'm watching this with my girlfriend. She really likes Banjo Kazooie speedruns or something like that.
Oh my god.
Banjo Kazooie. It was so awkward. It was perfection.
I just can't stop watching that GIF. The side glance.
It's so good.
Fuck.
Like Cuckwoods.
Yeah, no, the floor eating effects in the Ghost Planet there is like super good and super well done. I really like that. What is it with GDQ and weird things / people? The worst part is that's far and away some of the most normal parts
One,
of the speedrunning
nerds.
community.
Two, actually all humans.
Yeah. Humans who are not professional enough to be on camera at all times for very long periods, then being forced to.
People are really weird and need to learn through great effort to unweird themselves for long spans of time.
Or at least how to be comedic and enjoyable while being weird. You can do that too. But, yeah, in general, no. Like, imagine if your first time doing a live stream, it was 100,000 people. Oops. That's a little bit of pressure, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of them panic and say dumb shit. And by a lot, I mean, like, all, except for the ones who have been streaming forever, like Big John and a couple of the other guys.
And even beyond that, there's like 40 people sitting behind you. I mean, nowadays it's like 200 with that giant room they have for GDQ now, but...
Luckily, they put the audience like 100 feet away, so you never have to worry.
Yeah.
Apparently they had to remind people to shower too.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was the
god.
Because when you put 300 nerds in close proximity, even a few of them do not bathe. It smells terrible.
Set up a hose at the door.
Contamination chamber, yeah.
thing. The shame
Nerds are
hose.
terrible.
If you smell too bad, you get the shame hose. I'll give him the shame hose.
We will
No,
dip you in the refreshing pond.
I'm not a gross boy. Get the shame hose. No.
Mama didn't raise no gross boy.
Yeah, it is pretty beautiful though. Like that's a persistent problem.
Remember to bathe yourself.
God, though, it's
Please
true.
do.
They keep the people who run that thing just are getting farther and farther away from understanding why people enjoy watching it.
I wonder if it would be like, if the presentation, like on average, would be better if it would be just like the couch, just the runner and some of his buddies. Like, I wonder if that would improve things or not.
I'd be okay with that, as opposed to just the runner and his buddies zoomed way out, and then also a crowd of 1,000 people oddly in the background.
Because, I mean, all
There's a
the...
lurking
Gonna have
cloud of
audience
red.
take up a good portion of this camera, but they're so far away and it's so dark that it's just
Yeah, they can't interact. Like, that was the whole joy of the audience, was every so often one would be like really weird. That was kind of
Very
beautiful.
rarely
You
in
know,
these
you got
sorts of
people
events you get a
wearing weird
person.
hats or carrying toys or
Yeah, where it's bringing a
hold up a
tofu.
sign, do stuff. You have some spectacle at your event.
And nowadays, all the crowd does is clap and shout hype. And that is not necessary.
What's messed up is hype went from being unironic then to being ironic. And now the people they're forcing to say it don't want to. And it's like painfully ironic for them, but then the event planners want it to be unironic. So it's like extra painful.
Hype.
Yeah, they're just like, hype. And then the event planners are like, yeah, hype! A lot of hype for this next run! Hype.
Very hyped. I am extremely hyped for
It's
this
me.
next
Get-
run.
I'm the
Kill
hype.
the animals. Get hype.
Hype.
I want to punch myself now for that joke.
Hype. Everyone, please stand for the national hype anthem.
All rise.
Especially these things hype
No,
really awkward.
Hype on penalty of death.
Yeah, GDQ has been getting more and more corporate over the years because, hey, guess what? They realized there was a ton of money going on, so what better way to make a wonderful little homegrown thing be more personable than to involve large management so that they can more efficiently make money.
Sponsorship.
And
Do they even make
sponsorships.
money, or do they just...
Well, it's for charity, but they do,
Right, yeah.
you know.
It's a charity drive, but it's also a sponsored charity drive. There's ad space.
Yeah. And don't forget at all either that like speedrunners have to like fight to get involved, and then they have to pay for all their own stuff to get down there, like all sorts of stuff, and it's kind of gross. Like everything about the event has kind of become go 69, nice 69 with the Luigi.
Whoa.
It's well, that sex number. It's just been getting kind of worse and worse over the years, yeah. Because there was the while at the beginning of this latest one where they were telling them like. It was like, please be respectful of the runners or something. There was just some weird way they were acting about it that basically ended up just feeling like no fun allowed. And it was really bad and awkward and everyone hated it. So they finally started loosening up. It was like, they had just put this huge set of rules down that made everyone super uncomfortable. So no one was talking and it was horrible for the first like 2 or 3 days because of it.
Huh.
It was just really bad for a while. Until eventually a couple of the runners were like, no, this is awful. We're gonna actually have fireworks. Ah, frick!
And there was a time where I would tune into AGDQ like whenever I could, and now I just don't do it anymore at all. Like even the runs I want to see, I just can't bring myself to.
Yeah, I watch it
If
too.
somebody running it figures out multi-threading, that would, I think, greatly improve the format.
Yeah, just
And,
allow
like,
there to
the
be multiple
capabilities of the
going
event.
at once.
Yes, because then you can have the really lengthy, weird, slow runs that happen off on the side, and then while Chrono Trigger is taking 6 hours, 40 other moderate-sized games get run on the side.
Yeah, just have 2 channels going. One that has a lot of fun, interesting stuff, and one that's Chrono Trigger.
Then you can have, you can build events around being slow. Like you could have a Desert Plus endurance run
Wait,
on a day.
one second. I have to make a quick aside, or else I'm gonna get endlessly shit on for this. I don't not like Chrono Trigger. I don't like Chrono Trigger speed runs. I just want to put that on the table. Chrono Trigger is
Long
good.
RPG,
Chrono Trigger
quote,
speed
unquote,
runs.
speed runs are garbage.
Yeah,
There are some good ones.
There are some interesting-ish ones, but most of
I
them
think
are
as
pretty
long
bad.
as they're short, like
Yeah.
the ones that are like an 80-hour game, except it's played in 60 hours this time, like, yay.
I love that 12-hour Dragon Quest VIII speed run.
Me, I'm a big fan of the like 20-hour Final Fantasy X speedrun. That's my favorite.
Oh god, wake me up.
Oh, I thought you were about to break into song. I'm sorry.
Well, the biggest problem with them is like a lot of it misses the only point of them that are good, like the Chrono Trigger one. The big glitch you use to do it, like the biggest one is like walking in and out of a room at the same time as a dialogue thing comes up, and then pausing and unpausing at the right time so that it skips all the dialogue. Oh boy. No, oh boy.
Now, the
And that's-
good Chrono Trigger speedrun is the task that uses sorcery.
Yeah. Like, I love when they reprogram the game and do that kind of goofy stuff.
Oh god, the blind Pokemon Blue race this year? That was so entertaining. That was so good. Just two guys doing like ridiculous nonsense and trying to figure out like one of them's just like, oh crap, oh fudge. Because he like forgot one button placement out of this like 600 part sequence or something, and he had mistyped one thing and he was screwed.
Is there a schedule for the new one, like for the next HDQ up yet, or not? Because that should be soon, right?
Beginning of January, isn't it?
January, yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I think they've announced some of what games they're in, but not like who or what times or anything. God, the Chrono Trigger ones are so bad though, because they always do them to me like, I love Chrono Trigger. Oh, you know what?
Like playing it, yeah.
There was one long one that I did really enjoy. And that was the Wind Waker HD one. The Wind Waker HD run was really funny because doing some of the weirdest glitches, like backflipping and pulling out the leaf repeatedly while like side flipping so he'd like float through part of a castle. The Sonic Boom run was really good. That was another one that was really funny.
I mean, the thing is, nowadays, you could just like go after the fact. You could go on like the HDQ Reddit or whatever and find a list of all the best runs. So
Yeah. Like, now they're a lot better about archiving their stuff, whereas when it first started up, there wasn't really a good way to watch the stuff afterwards.
yeah.
Reliably, but now they have everything pretty much on demand as soon as it's done.
Yeah, I remember, speaking of decent runs, I didn't see many in the summer that were good, but I remember Maldita Castilla, there were two guys who were really funny that were talking.
Shovel Knight one was really good because
Was it Maldita Castilla or was it one of the Ghouls and Ghosts games?
I think it was Maldita Castilla. I feel like every so often they'll
That's
do
right,
like a
yeah,
little
'cause it was
indie game
different.
block that's pretty good, and then they'll do the two who game block, which is awful. That's always
Two.
bad.
That reminds me, what is it? The fellow who made Maldita Castilla, he has that new game out. What's that fella's name?
It's not out yet publicly, I don't think.
Oh, Locomolito.
Yeah, Locomolito.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember if it was out or if it was...
He's given
kind
a
of
couple
installed.
access to a few people, and that's it. But
Yeah, its preview copies are out. It is not yet.
Okay.
which is weird given that I'm pretty sure it's still going to be free. It's him, so I'm like, I understand help.
It's not quite done yet. This
He
is like
just,
yeah,
he
it's
probably wants to
testing.
be careful about bugs and stuff, because if he's...
Yeah, you don't want
he
to
doesn't
mass
cause-
distribute the thing until you are confident that it is
That's
your release
true.
candidate.
Yeah, because he puts it out and there's some huge bugs he missed. People say, this is garbage! That's people are watching.
Well, they'll say that anyway, but yeah, so is life. Man, people thought Watch Dogs was bad. Sorry, I can't even say it without laughing.
That game.
Is art.
People thought Watch Dogs was bad, and they were right.
I am so glad I did not bother picking up that
Can't
game.
believe anyone is down on Fallout 4. 200 years Fallout 4. Over and over again.
You know what? I'm seriously glad though that Chip's LP is so good of Watch Dogs, because holy cow, it's a really good LP. I'm really glad he's doing it because it is just all over the place. Yoshi, please just die and become an egg. God.
Please die, Yoshi.
Yoshi, become the egg. No! No! That random bullet! You freaking mole! You're so dead! I hate you! How dare you! You ruined my life! Literally my one-up, you ruined it! How dare you!
You'll never get that one up back.
I'll never
One
get
step closer to a game over.
that. No! Now I only have like... Is it still 69? That's it. Nice!
Nice.
Nice.
Still nice.
Oh no! I chuffed it! right, fixed.
Yeah, as Satapon said in chat, it's just weird because Chip says he has only like 5 videos or something left, and it's just like you're sitting there looking at the scope of what he's covering in Watch Dogs, and it's like this doesn't feel like the plot's even gotten going. It's just kind of,
It feels like the plot still has to
The
start.
plot hasn't gone anywhere. It's terrible. It's awful. I was expecting way much more.
yeah,
Well, no,
like the
it's
bad
just
guy isn't really
confusing
much of
because,
a
like,
bad guy.
even the bad stories in games like that, which are pretty prevalent, you know, they at least like have a clear ending and stuff. Watch Dogs is just meandering.
Yeah, and it's also this guy has kidnapped your wife/sister. What I think is really funny is whenever you're talking to her, you know, he lets her on the phone. Yeah, she sounds perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm being held captive.
Like occasionally she'll be like, "What the, Aiden? What the?" That's about it. It's like, "Aiden, you scam."
Aiden.
Aiden.
What was the inciting incident in Watch Dogs? 'Cause it's been so long, I don't even remember anymore. Like, what was the initial thing we were trying to resolve?
Trying to find the guys who put out the hit on you and accidentally killed your daughter/niece.
Yeah, that was a really bad
And-
start entering motivation.
And
But that happened
it wandered away
beforehand,
from
right?
that. Well, you're still trying to find the people because remember it starts off you kidnap that dude and he had ties to that whole thing, or rather somebody put a hit out on Aiden and you kidnap him, and you're sort of like, who put you up to this? And you kidnap the guy,
That was a very
give him
good
to your
Aiden
friend,
Pierce, by the way,
and
thank you.
he's vanished. I don't know what happened to your friend who looked like Kazuma from Yakuza by Yakuza.
Jordy.
Whatever. His outfit is literally identical to the main character from Yakuza. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I care
there's
about.
like a really good thing going there for a minute. Like that character is still just so much better than every other character in the game.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
he's still babysitting your captive. He hasn't appeared for a while. I'm betting he's going to maybe double cross us.
He
I
will
thought
show
I
up
just
again.
forgot about him because everything else just seems to fall away and just not
Maybe
matter
it'll be
anymore.
like
What happened to the big fat
Hey, it's
black
Dr.
guy? He was my
Bowser.
favorite.
Oh, he's just gone. You know,
he fell out a window, but he lived.
Him and his grandma was great.
Well, it's like
Grandma,
the bad guys threw
Grandma,
him
I'm
out
a
of a
baller.
window.
I don't have time to clean out the fridge. You have to go clean out the
That was
so
a fun
good.
Well, they threw him out of a window, I think it was, but he was alive. I remember that really surprised me because it was like that looked like something that would kill somebody in a video game sense. That looked pretty definitive.
Well, otherwise Aiden would be responsible for the death of an innocent, and we cannot have that.
No, definitely not.
Are you talking about the vigilante?
Aiden is good,
I'm
actually.
talking about the fox. Yes.
Justifiable homicide.
God, I love though that like I talk to people too about so I'm like, yeah, no, like I like Assassin's Creed, blah blah blah, but you know you talk about then the fact that it's 10 studios working on it, and they're like, no way, like, no, seriously, like it's 10 freaking studios. That's not a joke I am making. That is actually the truth.
I'm
But Watch
surprised
Dogs,
anything coherent comes out of that.
and that's the thing with Watch Dogs is Watch Dogs is the epitome of what happens when you have these insane design by committee situations in games. To the point that like different soda machines say different things because they were translated differently or something like that. And then yeah, you said the Fox or whatever because that was originally his name. They're calling him the Fox instead of the Vigilante. But they didn't take it out of everywhere. But it's not really said in the story. It's weird.
I hope that in Watch Dogs 2 it just starts with you like fucking capturing Aiden Pierce and putting him in jail, and then you spend the rest of the game being Cyber Robin Hood.
Well, whoever the next protagonist is, he needs an even gravelier voice.
Just straight up chewing rocks all the time.
It's just Banshee. What do you think of this situation, Aiden Pierce? I agree.
It's just gonna be a guy who just completely communicates like MIDI fonts and things like that. And you have to have subtitles understand what he's saying.
Yeah, think how much you save on only needing to voice act.
That'd be amazing. He'd be like Chewbacca, where everybody knows what he's saying, but we don't.
Yeah, don't put subtitles. Let us just figure it out by
Oh my god, it'd be like
context, what
Pootie
these
Tang.
growls
Oh
mean.
my god, I want a Pootie Tang video game now. Why do you have to say those words? Your main weapon is the belt? Oh god. No, I just want to play Pootie Tang. Then there's the visual novel section where you have to fall in love with the farmer's daughter, and then your father is corn, and he teaches you the power of the belt was inside of you all along. It was just a belt buckle he got at a Piggly Wiggly. God, that movie's so good. God, that whole movie is awesome. I love that Louis C.K. hates it because they made a bunch of changes, but it's still legitimately just a fucking funny movie. Oh my god, I love Pootie Tang. We'll sign your pity on the run account, madamey. Sarate. It's such a good movie. The main character only ever talks like that, by the way. He never actually says words. Also, yeah, I've heard really good things about Syndicate. When it goes down in price, I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, I guess we'd say 2, or maybe even 1, up through, Unity, they've all kind of felt the same? I don't know how to describe it. It's just like you play one, and it's like the way it feels and handles is identical, and they finally, for Syndicate, it feels like a different game for once. I mean, there's some things that I'm kind of... I mean, they got really obnoxious in the past games with fast travel, and my only gripe might be that fast travel is a little spread out, but hey. Make sure you kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, a lot of people were really loved Black Flag. And man, I really loved Black Flag until I was like a third of the way into the game.
Yeah,
was just like,
that's kind of where I was.
I was like, oh my god, I'm so sick hearing about the Illuminati from two old white men I'm following. I'm fucking sick of this so much.
And the setting wasn't really too nice because it's sort of like, here's a tropical island. Here's another tropical island. Here's a shanty town.
And no characters were fleshed out at all. Like,
well, there was that assassin, Captain Kidd, I think it was. That was the only interesting character, I think, but you didn't really get any information on them.
Blackbeard was also neat because he was just going around dunking on everyone all the time.
I never got to Blackbeard.
But then
I heard
he was only in
really
like
good,
4
though.
cutscenes.
Yeah,
and
like you barely get to hang out with him.
And it was like, God, they should have just made him a major character. The game was clearly being pulled too many directions, and I think that might have been a symptom of 10 Studios. Also, guess what? Bumble Beginnings. It's here! Finally, time for the bees having it. I love this part. So, the bee mechanic was in the first Mario Galaxy, but it didn't feel as good, and I don't know why that is. Like, I'll be real with everybody. I have no mechanical reason I can cite or anything. it feels better in Galaxy 2. Like, I feel like they tightened up the way certain things work.
I think for one, they when you first when you jump and go into flight, you go into flight faster instead of just kind of floating around a little bit. You start getting air a lot quicker. And I think also your turning radius is more precise.
That sounds very correct. I gotta get this
These
thing.
good bee friends.
I might have to jump forwards actually now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'm supposed to be a bee before I do this? Or, oh, that's right, you can swing past vertical on the dingies. On the dingies. There are certain things I will never forget in this game, and this is one of them.
Yeah. This took me so long to figure out the first time.
Oh god, the Oprah Bees gift. It's worth it just for the strut at the end while waving.
Great.
like if I get stung, I'll swell right up. Yeah, the joke is because he already looks really swollen. He's a swollen boy. It's me, Lubba, a swelly boy.
Just a swell guy.
Hey, do you think he knows any good bee tricks? What does that even mean? Does he know Beatrix? Like, I don't know what that joke is. What's a bee trick? Is that a joke?
You know that bee trick where you sting somebody with your ass and then you pull it out and die?
Roll that beautiful
Yeah, that
bee
trick where you
footage.
disembowel yourself to kill a man.
A reverse slasher.
So I could never play her in X2, but I'm liking Eno in this game.
She's a lot easier this time.
Yeah,
around,
this is great. I love
Yeah.
this might be my character.
They made her inputs not completely asinine.
And she's gonna rip off Saul's dick, so I'm okay with that. It's I'm doing the verses now.
I love Soul. I love him. He's probably my favorite character-wise, as far as like attitude, because he's just the worst. And that means he's my
Soul
favorite.
is the worst. Everyone,
I hate
everyone's
this. Why
gonna
am I
play-
here?
everyone who's gonna play Guilty Gear Xrd should give Sin a try because he's like Hakan from Street Fighter 4, but good and balanced properly.
What?
The Street Fighter 4 has like a character called Hakan, and his big
No.
thing is that he.
I know about Hakan and the whole oil thing, but like, isn't he mostly based around countering and stuff? Or
Well, the thing is, they both have like a thing where they have to use a certain special to power up, and then they have a time limit. on
Oh,
that. And that's what I meant.
oh, well, Sins doesn't get used up unless you use specials, right? I think Hakan's his just drains regardless, right?
Sins also runs down, but it runs down faster if you use specials. Yeah.
Oh, there's a Marbio power-up. I didn't know that. I've never played this, so...
Welcome back.
Well, it's just I've never actually played these Galaxy Marios.
Oh, you're not
Super
playing
Mario
Mario
Galaxy.
Man, for these flying guys, it's just 4 p.m. on a Friday, every day, all the time. That's what they look like.
They have clocked out.
It looks like a Monday afternoon look. Friday.
The
used to
eternal
be,
Wednesday.
They've got a case of the Mumbies. Is that what you're saying? Doesn't even work. That doesn't work on any level. I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, Ty, stop trying to force jokes. Just beat yourself.
Garbealed.
I give it a B minus.
Oh, shoot! No, I'm good. Sorry, I fell through the giant grapes. They can only handle a B. No, B-Op, have you really not played any of these games?
No, I have not.
You should, they're pretty good.
They're so good.
You can finally figure out what the buzz is all about.
I still have to play 64 at some point, and maybe Sunshine.
I would go
I've heard
for
that's-
Galaxy. If you want to play Galaxy 1 and 2, probably play 1 first. If you want to, you know...
I've heard 2 is really good compared to number 1.
They're both good, but yeah, 2 is... That's the one I'm playing right now. It's better. It really is, just because all the reasons I've stated, they had their design stuff. It was just taking the engine and stuff they had put so much time into, and then being able to just kind of like do what they wanted, and not have to worry about engine development or anything. And they had a skilled team that knew how to use the stuff.
Pollination.
Oh, you mean the pollinating thing? The pollen thing? As we learned
Can't show
from
that in a Christian manga.
Thanks for the pollination, homie.
the pollen thing. God, Grizzly Man is such a good documentary.
I saw on
He's
Twitter.
just-
I guess y'all were watching that last night or something.
Yes, it's awesome. I love it so much. It's my like third time seeing it. I love it every time. Just like, oh, you know, bees.
Does it
Just,
literally have a
just-
subtitle saying that he dies in the background in one shot?
Yeah, no, because like,
Wow.
I mean, it's a known
What?
thing. They talk about it multiple times when they're talking to people. Is he got eaten by a bear because
It is a
he was
documentary about a man who was killed by bears while observing bears,
while protecting
living among bears.
that were not being threatened
Yeah.
by anyone.
guarding bears.
This the bear that killed him.
Thank you, Maddie. But yeah, it's true. That's like what oh god, it's so good. Because yeah, he's just this guy who's like really obsessed with bears, and he went and lived with them for 13 summers. He went and lived in one of the most dangerous places And there's multiple scenes where they talk about, like, you know, like, oh, he broke a lot of rules. Like, for instance, you're supposed to stay at least 100 feet away from bears at all times. And then it just cuts to him, like, just kind of yelling at one because it, like, tried to take a nibble at him. He's like, hey, no, cut that shit out. It's just like, yeah, well, then he's just, like, giving him a pet. He's like, no, it's cool. Don't worry, baby, we're friends. No, it's cool. It's like, no.
Love you.
It's
I love you.
Yeah, love you. But he does, like, semi-domesticate a couple foxes. Like, he trains a couple foxes.
He trains the foxes and then one of them steals his hat.
Oh my god.
Foxes are the best part of the movie.
There is a part where they steal his hat, and he is livid. It is actually like the Ash Ketchum and Mankey scene where it steals his hat, and he's just so pissed off.
Like, he goes from being to experience the full cycle. Oh, that's adorable. Wait, where it go? You son of a bitch!
Yeah, he gets really mad and, like, starts swearing at the foxes and shit. Like, he's just like, oh, I love you, little buddy. You're such a good friend. I love you, little guy. And then, yeah, he, like, realizes it actually took off with his hat and he can't find it. He's like, you motherfucker! Where's my motherfucking hat? And he, like, goes to chase down in the fox's den, and he's like, if it's not in the den, I swear to God! He's getting so mad.
Please tell me he never got it back.
I don't think he did, no.
Not
I'm
that
pretty
hat,
sure
no.
he did not get the hat back. No, these are grizzlies. These are like grizzlies in the grizzly maze. An island that is protected by the government because it's full of too many bears.
The deepest part of Bear Island, the Bear Catacombs.
There's actually a place called
Bear
the Maze.
Grizzly maze.
And this is where he decided to live.
Oh, I just remember the fight scene.
Oh god, and then there's a part where two bears are tussling and he's like, oh no, don't fight guys, oh no! And like they start like cutting each other up and shit. Cause they're bears.
Because animals are fighting.
There's a lot of parts of that movie you can kind of just describe as like, because they're bears. And like he gets really bad. And like, it's so good too, because the thing I have failed to mention is it's a Werner Herzog film. Which means it's better than a regular film. Because every so often you'll have like, I disagree with Timothy. I believe that this is the true way of nature, no matter what he thinks. It is the natural cycle of things for all to be killed if deemed necessary. Nature is cruel
His
and
anger
unwavering.
is not truly at the Park Service, but all
There
of
needs no
civilization.
secret language of theirs.
I have seen this before. It is a man who is angry at all of civilization. It is though a director and an actor, only there is no actor here. Only Timothy being entirely honest with the world and himself. It's just like this
It
beautiful...
reminds me of that time when I was a bag.
God, Werner
Yeah.
Herzog voice acting a bag is still...
Werner Herzog can make a plastic bag as himself and be compelling.
compelling and emotional, yeah.
Humans are completely enamored with the size of their penises. It is funny to say they are small. It is funny to say they are big.
Oh god, that's right, he was in that Rick and Morty episode. I forgot about that.
Yep.
God.
Werner
Yeah, Werner
Herzog
Herzog
is
is like...
legendary space diplomat.
Yeah, Werner Herzog is a fucking treasure. The Comet medal is over here. Got some dipshit. Oh, I think it's only during the speedrun version, maybe.
Holy shit.
What?
Cute lump, holy shit.
This is
super massive galaxy.
This is the
Welcome to
place
large zone.
where you can just hold the direction, I believe, and just grind out lives really easily.
Yeah.
There's not really a reason to. Unless you're doing like some of the end game stuff and you just want to be 100% certain you will never have to restart ever. Which is fair. God, and I keep accidentally picking up the drill.
What are these turtles doing on the cinnamon roll?
I really don't want to grab the drill again. I'm trying to do the thing, but I'm gonna end up killing myself trying to do it. God. God bless. There we go. So it's really easy to get lives this way.
it's going to be a big turtle like this one. It's kind of old and worn out. We'll actually try to attack and kill a human.
There, that answers the question. Yeah, 99 lives is the cap. Now we know for sure. Yeah, Werner Herzog though is a treasure, and he makes that movie even better. One of my other favorite moments is when he's talking to all these other people, like obviously, well not obviously me, but Timothy, the grizzly man, as it were, was a fairly charismatic person, and he went around to a lot of schools like teaching kids about wildlife and bears, because he was in fact very knowledgeable about some of these topics. He lived with them for 13 years, in their face, like there is a reason he was kind of known. But he's talking to these people who are like really close friends of his, and one lady he finds out like she has a tape of a recording of them as they were being murdered by bears. And so he's just like giving it a nice little listen. And like, don't get me wrong, he's like very sad about it. He's not like being like, oh neat. No, he's like, you know, tearing up a little bit.
It's Werner Herzog describing your friend's last moments of life.
But he's literally, yeah, just like kind of calmly, as best as he can, being like, and now they are having this occur. Yeah, so it's like,
I think you should destroy the tape. This is not a good thing to hold.
Yeah, that's why he's like, it is always a white elephant in the room, which it's like, Werner, that's not what the expression white elephant, you know what, close enough. And it's just, but God, yeah, it's really good. Overall, it's a really good moment of ASMR. Werner Herzog describes your best friend's last dying words and noises.
Describes your best friend being torn apart by bears.
I believe that was the sternum breaking.
Oh my god. ASMR Werner Herzog describes your best friend's deaths by bears. Also, this is one of the hidden stars, his little Okami star. No, but yeah, if you haven't played this game, Giop, you really should give it a try at some point if you get a Wii or a Wii U ever. Galaxy 2 is absolutely fantastic. Wow.
Are we doing this now?
We're always doing
Why
this.
not?
Just go ahead.
It's always in the back.
Mamma mia!
Pizza pasta! I mean, if we're doing that...
Mario Borat.
Mario Borat. No, how dare you? That plugging in noise was me, not you, chat, just so you know, because I know that's always the thing. People are like, I thought that person plugging in sound was me. What? No, don't worry about it.
Oh, I won't, don't worry.
Good.
Don't worry, I'm not worrying that you're worrying.
Don't worry. Don't worry about me worrying about you worrying.
You're watching a video by someone who also has your ringtone.
No.
And their phone rings.
And the
As
call
you're running
comes from
from
inside the house.
LaBeouf. There we go.
What?
What?
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Wow.
So I will be.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Does that work if I have it minimized? It does.
Yep.
Good. Now I
that
have
a
that on
Bubsy
tap at any point in time.
Bubsy? No, you did not just say that was. Oh.
I don't know what that
You're
is.
in trouble, Jordan.
Jordan.
What is it?
You
Just
thought I
tell
did a
me.
Bubsy. It's
A Bubsy.
Earthbound.
Oh.
I would never do a Bubsy. How dare you?
I'm not sure about that.
Dang it, now it's weird. I have to have certain things selected. Wow! Get the there we go. The good thing is you can do many pitches. If you go really
The
low
first
with
one
it.
that was barely a blip.
You can get those ones. Wow! So many good ones. So this is where they introduce the additional thing bees can do, which I think is where this one improves a lot over the first game's bee mechanic. Is the grabbing of walls thing, because the wall cling never felt very good in 1. But it feels pretty natural in 2. It
was always super weird in 1 because they made you do it on curved surfaces, which was always like uncomfortable and weird.
Yeah, that's probably a big part of it. Also, yeah, you have to jump from a flat wall to the other direction, so it's kind of awkward. But in 2, it seems to be pretty good. It seems like they handled it well, and I think that's definitely a big part of it, is that they didn't try and make you do anything real wonky like curved flight. Yeah, this is just a nice little platform level. Pretty straightforward. It's just like, hey, how do you feel about the bee mechanics?
Bees are back in town.
Mm-hmm. By Thin Buzzy.
What's the buzz about?
The buzzer back in town. No! Damn it! I got hit by a borb.
Oh, that's a bubble.
Aqua borb.
Alright.
An aquatic borb. Pyro's one of those games I never really played that much.
It's held up pretty well.
What I hear?
Well, the second one. The first one's a little bit janky, and the third one just has too much stuff in it that's not very fun. But the second one's still pretty good. I mean, they're all pretty good, but the second one's like still just good.
Now we have to get silver stars.
Oh man.
Silver stars, aka get 5 of stars.
It's like they're coins, but 5 and not 8.
Mm-hmm. And they're all very clear and not hidden at all. For the most part.
Well,
there's
the red coins were usually not hidden as well. And sometimes they were as well.
Some were hidden, others would be, here's an obstacle course, do it.
Yeah.
What was the one that... I had a couple friends who started doing bets, and the things of who lost the bet, it was always really dumb. Like, they always made sure it was something that, like, wasn't a big deal, and it always had to be really stupid. One of them... What was it exactly? I think it was something involving Mario 64. Oh, they had played through and gotten every star but 1, and then the very last fight with Bowser after you have all 120. And it was, I think it was getting 100 coins in the Hizzy Maze Cave level. Because for some reason they both really hated doing that.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, 100 coin stars are not really fun.
But I think, like, it was that level in particular that they both despised. And I don't remember.
It's really easy to die in that level, like, out of nowhere.
Oh, that's right. You know what? That is what it was.
It's got
Also,
the big hole in the
here's
center,
the-
yeah.
The big hole where there are coins that you need to get.
Here's the worst thing. Oh, I don't want to take a look at your bum.
You have to touch the bee lady again.
You do.
Oh no.
But she's got her. Mario, what do you... No. Stop. By the way, the bee has a little bit of gravity. Just a little bit. The bee got a little bit of gravity.
Very small center of gravity.
There we go. I had my octave.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they put the bee lady in the first game just to show off their sick new like fur physics thing.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, yeah.
High definition fuzz rendering.
Well, it was standard definition because
I love that. I was like, have fun with your thing. Have fun with
whatever. I'm a bee, I don't need this shit.
That is you got. Just enjoy.
Alright, I gotta hop off because I gotta prepare to update my LP and then go to bed.
Oh boy! Yeah, no problem. Have a good one. Thanks for joining.
See you guys later.
I want to say Jordan's like 5 or 6 hours ahead, so it's like 10 or 11 over there, or 11 or 12 rather. He left just before Chomp Works that shit pile. He knew what he was doing.
Oh my god.
What?
Some very loud burps.
Thanks.
So someone in the chat mentioned Ape Escape, and that was a game that I had when I was a child. And my mom didn't like it because when you jump in that game, it kind of sounds like the character is saying "fuck." She didn't appreciate it.
What?
I'm coming back just for Chomp Works.
Good, because the sound sounds like.
Did you hear me calling you out on leaving before Chomp Works?
I did, and I thought I can't let this son of a bitch get the last word in on me.
You stay for Chomp Works here.
But the chomps are made of gold.
This isn't the bad Chomp Works yet. I think it's the second one.
Right.
Is the really awful Chomp Works.
And even then, I think it's the Comet that makes it really bad.
Oh, is the Comet one still the Spring Mario?
No, that's where you have to deal with the Shadow Marios as well.
See, I'm okay with that as long as it's not Spring. Spring is the thing I hate about Chomp Works. Since Spring Mario exists in it.
That he does.
Spring Mario exists. Why?
He's only in
here
like
I go
2
chomping
levels in
again.
the whole game at least.
I think Spring Mario is probably the biggest misstep of the whole game. Yeah, especially because it was in 1 and everybody hated it then. I don't know
why they brought it back.
I don't know who wanted Spring Mario back, but I kind of hope they choke.
Bruce Springsteen.
Brick. No! Actually, that was the way to skip it. Dum dum. Hopefully I can get a coin from this so I can do it anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Good news. I got a coin.
That is pretty good news.
At least one of coin. No! Well, I guess
The classic Mario quote.
Yeah, that old Mario. No.
Good old Mario. Wow.
Yeah, wow. God, Spring Mario. No,
Mario
come on! Spring Mario is just literally garbage. Ugh. So bad. All right. Thank you for informing me I could consider shaking the Wiimote. Thanks, Nintendo. Thanks, Ninty.
You don't have to, but...
I mean, you do, but, you know, maybe think about it, you know, try it.
We already got you money, you could just, like, go away.
You could play a different game, I mean. You know,
Have you sampled the platter?
Here we go. This is another thing that I think makes Galaxy 2 better than 1. Galaxy 1 did the kind of thing that we just did a lot. Like, that kind of awkward angle running. Like, it's kind of a rare thing to have show up in Galaxy 2. It doesn't happen that often. Like, a couple Bowser levels use it a lot, but that's about it. Galaxy 1, it was closer to a constant. Like, it's just a lot more. And it kind of, honestly, kind of gets in the way of gameplay a lot of times.
Whenever they expect you to jump on something like that, it's a real mess.
It never feels good, is kind of the issue.
No. I'm really sad I wasn't looking when we like approached this planet like while flying, and you can see that the texture like starts stretching and stretching and stretching harder.
Oh, and then you can see the lava, you can see exactly where the texture loops.
Yeah. Because when it's in the distance, it's just one loop of the texture, and that's fine, but then you get closer and it's like a million.
I don't know why I'm doing the thing I'm doing right now. Wanted one more switch hit for the road. You know, this is just how I am. This is how I be.
Good old Super Burpo.
Oh, yeah.
Where the chomps are made of gold. Did the stream folks see the dog draw? I did not catch, but don't repost. I'll have to just tweet it at me and I'll have to catch it later. Unfortunately, I only get one monitor when I play stuff like this, and it's already covered in equalization and recording and everything else.
A link is now stored comfortably in the Discord for your perusal at your leisure.
Nice. I'll have to view it during the eggnog break. Yeah, let's just get Mario Springs into action out of the way.
Love that good, love a belly bounce that he does.
Is this console or emulated? This is console. This is on the Wii U. It's easier to do, and I know it'll work. I don't have to worry about something getting messy at some point.
You don't have to worry about the skybox like suddenly turning into a fucking chomp face or whatever.
Here we go!
Here we go!
Good. Great. I'm having a blast.
I'm glad it just starts you off like right away. Have a good time fucking.
I think you can get through like the first part of this without spring if you want. I'll at least try it once with Spring Boy. No. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it. Crap.
Oh.
Because you have to like guess, okay, which bounce is gonna be the closest one. Oh, fuck! No, this time it. You can do the whole thing without spring? No, I'm doing the spring though, Admiral. We're fucking suffering through. This is how Nintendo wanted it. This is how they wanted me to do this. I'm doing it, buddy. This is their call, not mine. No! Son of a bitch. How dare you? No! Get up there! Oh! Let me get this Pac-Man while I go by. Oh my god. No, come on. You know what's better than a vertical level? A vertical level where you have no control. I think the worst part is, since I've suffered through this level so many times, I've gotten kind of really good at Spring Mario. I think that's my favorite one.
What was that?
Way too high pitch. The burp is pitched like all the way up. Just. My name's Crunch. Versus.
Oh my god. It's like someone murdering a barrel.
Yeah, I was about to say it sounds like a barrel shattering.
Yeah, that's the side of your tank running low. You're gonna want to get that refilled.
What are these noises? These are part of Super Mario Galaxy 2. If you have, you know, second player, everyone knows that. That's what it was for. Did you never play with a second player? It's really good. They just get a button that does this at any time.
I mean, you can play EG even if you're player 1, so obviously they need to come up with something else for player 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. So we need 40 stars before we can advance. We got both from Chompworks.
Did you cut that one off on purpose?
What? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about. I kind of want to learn to play the Levitated by Scale the Summit on a keyboard. Be a little tough, but like something close to it, and then just play it with the most inappropriate sound effect. And I think that would be it. Just Earthbound burps over this beautiful guitar piece. So, Supermassive Galaxy is really neat. They took the whole everything but bigger concept and just like took it to its logical conclusion, more or less. They just really went, they're like, okay, how big can we render things before they look like shit? Ah, pretty big. Oh, nice. I was like, oh, nice. Good work, graphics team. The simple textures make everything look pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, textures that you see are a lot bigger on the disc. And they're like compressed for like the sake of the CPU and stuff. But if you run like Mario Galaxy at like 1080p on Dolphin and like with the original resolution textures, it still looks really good.
Nice. I know the Xenoblade HD mod looks really good. I mistimed it. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, if you just hit the first one and drill 3 times rapidly, you'll hit all of them.
Alright, Chompworks is over, so now I'm gonna go for real.
Just like heaven and how it's for real. Preaching Colton Burpo. Yeah. Take it easy.
Alright, good night everybody.
Hey everybody, this is DJ Burpo at Crash FM. This week, the crossover everyone asked for. DJ Burpo.
If you act like Burpo for long enough, you will become the next Burpo.
I did use the looping lives thing just to show it, but I was already at like 80. I was already at 80, so it didn't really matter. Like I was right on the border. I just wanted to show it. The game is not exactly frugal with giving you lives. Also, this one has a speedrun challenge, and it's really weird because you can like long jump one of these areas, but not the other. Hard to remember which one. I would always die because of that specifically. One sec, let me take my wrist strap off here. It's about to get unsafe.
Alright, so I'm playing Deadly Premonition while watching this crap, and I just picked up the phone, and you immediately hit burp, like, burp.
See if I can do this. Got numb. A little off key, unfortunately, but
Pretty good.
it's hard to get it right. Trying to get the water level, but I can't get it
Low octave.
quite right. Got some performance anxiety, you know? That's just how it is. Oh, what was the other? I mean, there's a lot of good sound fonts. I need a place to split recording so I can go take like